Time I walk in here, lady, all I can really say is Saturday. Anyway, 470-552-0020. I'll repeat it several times later. Anyway, Pete Davis, Mountains of Macon. What's new? How's it going? And Holy Smokes Week. I know you got like a rodeo or something there with it's going up there this weekend. Huh?
First, a bumper crop of new potatoes that I grew in my little kettle outside came in today, and I've got like 15 lovely little potatoes I'm going to cook up tonight.
Now, are you? I used to be. In fact, I used to do this a lot, and I haven't done it in a while. I love those little what we used to call salt potatoes. They're little like red ones, little tiny little round red potatoes.
Yeah, russet, red, new.
But they're little. They're little teeny ones. They're, like as big as bigger than a marble, but small.
Yeah, they're called small red potatoes.
Small red potato. Thank you so much. Well, you used to call them salt potatoes. That's
SRPs.
Salt potatoes.
SRPs.
And just roast those babies up. Lots of butter and salt.
A little olive oil, rosemary. That's going to be good stuff later.
Big time, Charlie. Anyway, and Flounder, you and Mrs. Flounder, has she told you what you're doing this weekend yet?
Trying to think here. What did she tell me?
I've already forgot. It doesn't matter. She'll remind you.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Did you forget?
No.
Honey.
Well, you got to love it. That's all. Anyway, Kim Pete and Flounder. And again, here's number 470-552-0020. And just for the record, something went wrong with our phone system, and we're here at the battery. Is it the whole battery?
No, I'll have to check with Mike, but it's not an issue on our side. It's on or on the phone provider side.
All right, but how is it even possible these days? If it's a digital, I can see if somebody cut your phone line, you have to go rewire the copper. In the old days.
They don't use copper anymore. They use fiber optics.
Well, I'm saying, how hard could it be? Did someone cut a line? Is that still possible? If everything's digital, how could you cut a line? Anyway, I don't know. I know it sounds stupid for those who might know this kind of thing. If you can fill us in, great. If not, I'll figure it out. Did somebody just feed me on something here? Did somebody just feed me? Was that you? Oh, I'll bet. Oh, I'm going to check this out. Look. I'm going to check this out real quick. Hold on a second. Here we go. Does see vote early or vote for the conservative spirit? Yeah. Hey, how about stop, report junk, and delete, and boom. I'm getting like 9 of these a day popping up on my phone of vote for so and so, and they're all. Anyway, I'm turning down my thing. Sorry. Okay, Kim Pete and Flounder, 470-552-0020. Okay, lots of newsy stuff. Donald Trump's in Alaska. I guarantee you. Okay. I think we've way oversold this. I would be willing to bet, and I don't bet because I always lose, that there is no peace deal. They're not going to be signing a document saying the war is over. We'll just go home and everybody loves what you're doing. Putin's not going to want to leave the territory he's already got, which we just heard on the newscast includes all the special expensive mineral land in Ukraine. That's what Putin captured. So if he says, okay, we'll quit now, you quit now, then Putin's got all the minerals. And Zelensky's already said, no, we're not giving up our land. So here we go. The most that's going to come out of this is a ceasefire, and ceasefires don't mean squat. So as far as I'm concerned, there's not going to be diddly bibbly bop bop happening here unless Trump comes out and says, well, that's it. Now we're shutting down all the economies in the world except ours, or whatever he can possibly do. So anyway, I don't look at this much of anything, and just because you can't trust either of those sides. And it's not, and what are we doing anyway? Whatever. Okay, it's coming to come. Let's see what else we got. You're going to hear the. In fact, we'll play it here. We won't play the whole thing because I think the whole song is like 3 or 4 minutes or something. One of my Facebook friends, and I erased the original message, and I forgot who it was. And I guess it's making the rounds, and I forwarded it to Pete and Flounder. There's a video going around of Sydney Sweeney, a song about Sydney Sweeney. And it's a satire about all the woke people going nuts over her jeans commercial. And some of the lines are things like, Sydney hit the screen in denim, she's all clean and bright, and the woke crowd cried all night. This looks too perfect, dangerous, symmetrical, and too white. Those jeans are fitting right. They used to call it modeling when Cindy drank that soda. Nobody fainted at the billboard. Anyway, Cindy Crawford. Anyway, it's really, really cute and well done. And the video shows her riding a white horse with with an American flag flying and a Harley and a Shelby and walking through wheat fields and has triplets and stuff. Obviously, in fact, when I talked to Flounder about it, obviously this is AI or some computer-generated thing. But I'll tell you what, I love this song. And we're going to play this song, and it's the chorus of it is just I love this song. And we've had discussions before about whether AI could make top 10 music hits, and of course it does, it can, and it will, and I don't care. If I love music, if you told me today that, well, those last two Fleetwood Mac songs with Christine singing you home were all AI, I'd say, I don't care. I still love this. It doesn't matter. But that's how weird this is, and how much it is part of society these days. Also, we're going to talk a lot about what's happened now with these sissy cheerleaders in the NFL. Okay, for the record, I mean, we've always had male cheerleaders and high school and college football teams, stuff like that. But the male cheerleaders historically have been gymnasts and athletes who catch the girls. They throw the girls up and they catch the girls, and they do the zim boom bob with the megaphone things and stuff like, what do they call them? And they catch the girls. That's why you have male cheerleaders. In fact, I have a good friend, airline pilot, who was a cheerleader. A male cheerleader at University of Georgia, and his wife and his friends will confirm he was a babe magnet. Male cheerleaders who are straight and on saying that are quite happy with their college careers. No, let's say because of the co-eds who love anyway. But what's happened for the Minnesota Vikings, I don't know whether those guys are trannies or wannabes or whatever, but they're acting. They got two males at Minnesota Vikings cheerleader squad who are not. I mean, I haven't seen all their routines, but I've seen the pictures and a couple video things, and they're dancing around like freaking sissies, like some kind of freaking fairies, like and by the way, they're doing what people think is them pretending to be girlish. Girls don't do that. Girls go, oh, I'm so special. Oh God, oh God, oh God. Girls don't do that. Fairy, sissy, pansy, dink boys do that.
Dink boys.
And by the way, it's got nothing to do with being gay. I don't know if they're gay. I don't care if they're gay. I mean, it's got nothing to do with it. When you act like that in public, you're doing it for a reason, and it makes me sad. I mean, it just makes me go, God, are you kidding me? Especially for Minnesota, the Vikings, the guy used to wear the freaking horns and gut people with swords. I mean, come on, you got to be kidding me. And New Orleans has got males, which is, if you have guys on your cheer squad, if they catch the girls, fine. I mean, that's no big deal. But if you're deliberately acting like a freaking sissy and going, oh, giggy goggy, googie goggy, stuff like that, you're going to drag her right down your freaking throat. Oh, sorry. I know.
Patriots are doing it too.
And the Patriots, by the way, if they were still winning Super Bowls, it would be one thing. But are they trying to do this to get people to watch their games?
Why? The question is, why is the NFL still pushing this woke agenda when everybody else is running the other way as fast as possible?
Well, I understand in Minnesota, because in Minnesota you got false Walsh, you got Tampon Tim.
They're nuts up there.
I mean, so they're freaking crazy. But even so, why would the Vikings do it? Their fans don't want this. People are canceling their tickets.
Yes, they literally are canceling season tickets.
Season tickets in Minnesota. You know how much people will go through the storms and the ice to go to see a game, and they're throwing away their tickets, selling them?
You know what's funny? When we used to travel with the Falcons, we'd look up, me and my friend would look up in the stands in Detroit. Well, actually, we'd look around Detroit. The Lions did not have cheerleaders, okay? And almost every other team had it. Yeah. And we go, why don't they have cheerleaders? And we look around up in the stands. No. We look around the stands, and there wasn't one good-looking woman in the stands. And it was like, well now we know. You can't get 12 of them.
In fact, I used to, when I did sideline announcing for the New Orleans Saints, I would introduce the cheerleaders in the squad, the Saints, the Angels, the Saints, the New Orleans Saints Angels, and they do their dance routines and stuff. And their head mama bear girl was just gorgeous. She was so sweet, and she was like probably 35 or 38 years old, and all the girls were like 20 and stuff. And she was real, and they were dancer. There was no big deal about it. But they didn't have any sissy boys going goofing around pretending to be freaking dancing bells. You know what I mean? It was just freaking stupid. Anyway, 3:13. I've already blown out too. Neil Boortz will be joining us at 4 o'clock, which will be very exciting, as always, on the Fridays with our great happiness. And also, coming up, we got all the news and stuff, and we're going to play that Sweeney song. And honestly, I love the song. I could have Flounder put this on my magic music stick. I mean, that's how the chorus of it, I'm telling you, I just love it. It's coming up, Kevin Payton Flounder, Friday, and I'll give you the number again to call in because it's a new number temporarily, and how come that's even possible? You're Friday. Let it rip, baby. How you doing? Look out.
The legend Neil Boortz is only on XTRA 106.3. With daily commentary you'll hear throughout the day. And he's on live with the Morning Extra every Tuesday morning at 7:30. Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station, XTRA 106.3. And catch all of Neil's commentary on the XTRA app.
Yeah, he's often on storms, hot weather, steamy planting season. If you're putting in a backyard or a patio and stuff like that, Stovall and Company, for you builders and contractors, is a third-generation family, locally owned, 11 locations at New and Up in Canton. Stovall and Company, with all the flowers and trees and shrubs and planting stuff and stones and rocks and boulders and patio stuff, irrigation systems, and they've got it all. And I love telling the story about the guys come and say, gee, I need something, some special material. He says, we don't carry it, but I know who does, and would send you to somebody else, even though if they lose a sale. That's the kind of class these people take care of. And if you need it now, it's probably on the way. Look them up, StovallInc.com.
Here today with Evan Ward from Atlas Retirement. And Evan, I know you've been quite busy in the office these days. So let's talk about some of the things folks are calling you most about here lately.
Well, Kevin, the biggest thing people are really talking about right now is retirement. And I look at retirement as a journey, not a destination. The goal of almost everybody out there is to grow and preserve a tax-efficient portfolio so they can actually enjoy their retirement. And that's why I partnered with Market Guard. I get a lot of the same questions. Evan, when do I sell? When do I hold? And if I sold, when do I get back into the market? In my opinion, that's market timing. And in my experience, market timing, it can be quite confusing. And we have to look at it and allow the math to do the work.
Everybody has a different appetite for risk. So where does Market Guard fit in?
Well, if you want asset preservation and you don't want it to go down due to market volatility, we have portfolios that are designed for this. But if you want to participate in those larger markets, Market Guard can also offer more stock and aggressive portfolios for those that are looking for that kind of strategy. And here's what I propose for our listeners today. For the next 10 callers, we're going to do a Market Guard portfolio comparison, side by side with what you're currently doing, and we'll show you how your 401k and other investments are doing. And we'll make recommendations, and then you can see the difference between Market Guard and what it can do for your portfolio. After that, you decide if you want us to do a complete retirement plan. So give us a call today at 678-736-7799 and ask for your complimentary Market Guard portfolio comparison.
Again, call Evan Ward with Atlas Retirement. That number, folks, 678-736-7799, and you can pick up your complimentary Market Guard portfolio comparison. That's 678-736-7799. Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor.
An investment in your home is something that will pay off in the future, but it's something that you can enjoy right now. Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage, Entry Doors, and Windows. A beautiful new garage door, entry doors, and windows are an investment you can love every day, and they will increase your home's value, energy efficiency, and curb appeal. All Four Seasons, trusted in Atlanta for over 25 years, exceptional customer service, and high-quality work. When trust matters, trust us. All the number 4 seasonsgarages.com.
Thinking about buying a firearm for home defense or personal safety, but don't know where to start? Start with True Prep. They're a family-owned store focused on education, safety, and community. Their Firearm Fundamentals for First-Time Buyers Workshop has been so popular, they've added a new date on August 24th to meet the demand. Plus, they just launched a sale, 20% off all used guns and gear, excluding consignments, now through August 31st. Learn about the purchasing process, gun safety, selecting the right gun, and more. Visit TruePrep.com. That's TRUPrep.com to sign up today.
I enjoy a good night's sleep, and I like to breathe while I'm sleeping. My wife appreciates that, too. That's why I wear a CPAP. You want the right machine. You want expert advice. You want all the supplies that go with it. You get it all at CPAPs, etc. in Alpharetta. Machines, masks, tubing, filters, cleaning supplies, all of it, and they ship nationwide. Walk-ins, by the way, are welcome. CPAPs, etc. Alpharetta, CPAPsetc.com.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us too in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Let her rip Friday, baby. 3:19. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Neil Boortz at 4. How you doing? How's your weekend looking? This In Excess here? I thought they were kind of a boy band kind of a thing there.
No.
I thought they had a song I would relate to. 1992, In Excess, #1 in Britain with their 8th studio album, Welcome to Whoever You Are. Well, they grammatically were wrong in both cases there. Anyway, their first British #1, the first album by an Australian artist to debut on the British chart at #1 since AC/DC Back in Black in 1980. This is 92. We're talking In Excess now. The album featured the hit singles Heaven Sent, Baby Don't Cry, and Beautiful Girl. I have no idea what this one is. Flounder, do you know what this is?
Actually, I didn't pay attention. This is Devil Inside, which is from a different album.
Ah, of course.
We have potatoes on the screen.
Potato. Oh, my God. There's this. Yeah, those are little potatoes like that. Those are... yeah.
2 nut sacks.
And then it's funny you say that because then I got this one.
Oh, God. No, just don't show that. Oh, God. Oh, God. And put them together. Oh, God. No. Oh, the trio. Big Al and the trio. Oh, no. I don't know.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, you haven't seen the best one yet. Here's the best one.
Oh, no. Oh, it's a double. Oh, God. Don't be throwing out any WNBA courts or something. Jeez.
Looks like a sausage.
You going to put a battery in that thing or how you going to work? Oh, yowie.
Is it circumcised?
Oh, good night.
See, this is the uncircumcised end.
Oh, God. No, I'd like to apologize to you YouTube people. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how's it going? It's Friday. Give me a break.
It's nature.
It's nature. The man had nature, digging in the dirt. Wait, God, I used to love digging in the dirt. I played out. My mother used to call me Tar Baby because I used to dig in all the new neighborhood subdivisions being built, and they lay all the driveways and all the roads, and it's all tar everywhere. And I was playing in that tar, man, in the summertime, all that boiling stuff. Oh, man, it was great fun. As a little boy.
Tar Baby.
Tar Baby. I swear to God, she called me Tar Baby. She called me a lot of things. Our birthday list includes Quentin Aaron, 41. Quentin Aaron is the guy who played Big Mike, Michael Orr, in the movie The Blind Side. The actor Quentin Aaron, 41 years old today. And on this day in history, 1979, Apocalypse Now, released in American theaters. Joseph Conrad's novella Heart of Darkness. An Army captain, Martin Sheen, a crew of men sent to Cambodia in the jungle to kill the Special Forces Colonel Marlon Brando. Nutbag went crazy. Apocalypse Now, Robert Duvall, Dennis Hopper, notorious for difficult production, long scenes, budget problems, shooting delays with bad weather because they filmed it in the Philippines. Sheen had a heart attack. Coppola had a nervous breakdown. And when Marlon Brando showed up, he was about 100 pounds overweight, and he had never read the script. I'm sure I saw this one when TNT played it, or the guy, who's that guy with the glasses on Turner Classic TV? TCM. Anyway, and he was explaining, Marlon Brando never read the script for Apocalypse Now. Never read the book. Never read the script. Mankiewicz. And never read the script or the book, and he showed up over 100 pounds overweight, and he was supposed to be a hand-to-hand combat fighting leader of the Special Forces, and he looked more like Jabba the Hutt, and they had to change everything. He refused to cooperate. It was just a brutal production thing, but of course, famous for lots of things, including I love the smell of napalm in the morning. In fact, I have this movie on my DVR. In fact, I'm halfway through looking at it again for the 9th time. Coppola had done The Godfather and Godfather 2. After Apocalypse Now, he did The Outsiders, Godfather Part 3, which was horrible. Let's see. Martin Sheen did Badlands with Sissy Spacek, Wall Street, The Departed, West Wing, of course. Marlon Brando died in 2004 at the age of 80. He won Oscars for On the Waterfront and The Godfather. Anyway, Apocalypse Now, that's for sure. And that was 1979. What did I say? Let's see. By the way, hold on. This is an important day for two things, two reasons. If you don't mind, I got it right here on my little hot phone. This is get over there, you dirty. Open up, you dirty rotten. Here we go. Sorry. Bless your father, I've sinned. Today is the Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary. Do people know this, I wonder? The Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary, which is a holy day of obligation, solemnity, commemorating Mary's entering heaven, both body and soul. On this day, Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary. And this is also, I've been getting pictures on this here all day and all night. This is called the moon's embrace of Venus and Jupiter. And apparently in the night sky, if you look up there and you can see it, the moon is like in a cradling, like a silvery, slivery kind of thing moon, and Venus and Jupiter are cradled inside the arch. If you can see it, and it's supposed to be, quite lovely. I've seen the pictures of it, and I don't remember ever seeing it in person. But anyway, if you have a clear sky tonight, check it out. I think it's for tonight and tomorrow night, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm going to look. I'm going to go out there. I can see everything at night.
Yep, you should try it. And in fact, I've got a telescope, and I used to love this silly telescope. I don't know why I stopped using it. I don't know. Anyway, that's right. I lost it.
Was it that restraining order?
It was.
That could be it.
No, that went with all my other property. Now that I think of it. Let's do the Sydney Sweeney thing before I run out of time. We're going to talk about the funny cheerleaders and stuff, and all the woke stuff and things like that, and also how social media and a viral posting ruined a guy and his family and his restaurant and everything else that's coming up. But first of all, the Sydney Sweeney thing. I just got the biggest kick out of this. It got sent to me on my Facebook page. I forwarded it to Flounder and Pete, and it's a video. So you'll have to forgive me. The video shows Sydney Sweeney in her jeans modeling. They have her walking through a wheat field. They have her as triplets. It's like an AI-produced thing. It's a video of Sydney Sweeney modeling jeans. She's riding a Harley. She's riding in a Shelby. And the last scene is of her on a white horse galloping, holding an American flag. I mean, so it's that kind of a patriotic, all-American thing. Here's the song, and I'm telling you, when it gets to the chorus, I love this stupid song. If it were around, I'd put it on my magic stick. Flounder, the Sydney Sweeney jeans song, if you will.
Sydney hit the screen in denim, blonde and smiling, clean and bright.
Hit the screen in denim.
American Eagle lit the fire, and the woke crowd cried all night. Said this looks too perfect, dangerous, too symmetrical, too white.
Too white.
While the market just kept climbing, 'cause those jeans were fitting right. Sydney Sweeney has great jeans. Guess that's now a coded sign. We used to call it modeling. Now it's somehow realigned. Back when Cindy drank a soda.
When Cindy drank a soda.
Desert for some brand. Nobody fainted at the billboard. Nobody tweeted, take a stand. But now they say it's deeply loaded. Eurocentric fashion thread. They say jeans should come with warnings.
Jeans come with a warning.
Haven't canceled denim yet.
Canceled denim.
Sweeney has great jeans, and the liberals lost their minds. Kamala wore them, no big deal. But Sydney crossed the line. She said, I got them from my mama. They said, you mean supremacy. She meant thighs and hips and stitching. They saw coded tyranny.
I know. It goes on and on. I'm telling you, I love that stupid song. Am I wrong?
Pretty well written,
isn't it a great
too.
song? Holy cow. Yeah. I mean, the script, and by the way, if you Google this and it shows up, it gives you the script as she's singing it. So you can read the words. It's unbelievable. It was a Facebook message.
humans write it or AI write it?
I'm sure AI.
Probably AI.
I'm sure AI did. Well, I don't know. I don't know who to give credit to. It just popped up, and I forgot even who. I've got a million Facebook message people, and this was one of them. And I started forwarding it. Realized, oh my God, I forgot who originally sent it to me. I'm telling you, I'm going to listen to this on the way home. I mean, I love that when you come Sydney Sweeney. I'm going, man, I can't stop going like this. I mean, wasn't that a great song, or is it just me being stupid? It could be me just being stupid.
It was well crafted and well written.
It's a great song, though. I mean, the beat and it was musically.
The beat's the same. That's such a generic song.
I know,
beat,
but
music, but the words,
the harmony and the words,
good.
yeah, it was a great song. The harmony was perfect, and if you can see the video, it's just when she's riding on that white steed, galloping with an American flag flying. I mean, it's just unbelievable. And making fun of the woke crowd. Since when did Gene? When Cindy Crawford drank that Coke in front of the billboard, and the little kids looking at her. Stuff, nobody said we need to take a stand against denim. I mean, or Coca-Cola.
Or how about Beyonce pretending that she's got blonde hair and she's wearing denim?
Yeah, cultural misappropriation. I mean, the whole thing is just nonsense. And I'm so glad. Now, in fact, Flounder printed up a story today for us. The polls are showing Donald Trump's kicking ass. Everybody talking about crime. They're loving his stance on crime. It's just unbelievable. And they're still fighting in Washington because they want crime to continue, obviously. Anyway, we got that. And we're going to talk about the cheerleader backlash. I don't think anybody has a problem with male cheerleaders like we all saw in high school and college. And on pro teams, they've been doing them. It's not that big a deal. Plus, I don't even know why we have does anybody really care about cheerleaders? And maybe just halftime? I don't know, anyway. But when you start fake acting like some kind of sissy fruit bag, it's just offensive and stupid. And no fan of football wants to be, offended any more than we all did with the Black National Anthem and Black Lives Matter and kneeling before the National Anthem and all that crap. I thought that was done. Done for me anyway. All right, 333 to the Recover Team Founder Friday. How's it going? New number 470-552-0020. Say it again. Come back. Recover Team Founder. Happy Friday. What's up?
When conflicts escalate around the world, don't let the mainstream media scare you into believing their narrative. Get it right with Atlanta's only conservative voice. And trust the Morning Extra, Glenn Beck, Clay and Buck, The Kimmer Show, and our entire lineup to give it to you straight. Don't buy the fear. Just keep it here. Extra 106.3 FM and the all-new Extra app.
Kimmer here. There's a lot of companies out there talking about windows and siding. Well, let me narrow the list for you. Peach State Windows. I first worked with Jeff, the owner, and his wife 25 years ago. Family business, top-grade, energy-efficient windows, custom fit perfectly, deals on siding. Oh, my, like I had Hardy Plank to be just right for your home. Peach State Windows, but so much more. Roof issues? No problem. How about entry doors? Yup, their pros make those just right, too. Financing? No money down. 770-485-8011 or peachstatewindows.com.
Millions of guys suffer from erectile dysfunction. That's 1 in 3 men. And I can tell you, I'm one of them.
If you or someone you know suffers from ED, Peyronie's disease, or PE, here's 38-year emergency room doctor and founder of Total Body Therapy of Georgia, Dr. Eric Deal.
Patients who enter my office are often frustrated, hopeless, depressed, and embarrassed. I understand the problem, and I'm going to help you fix it. We provide testosterone replacement therapy, the P-shot, and treatment for ED, PE, and Peyronie's disease. There's not just one therapy that can solve these complex issues. When you visit our clinic, you're going to see me. I'll do a complete history and physical prior to any treatment that we use. Take it from me, Dr. Deal. When it's not hard, it's really hard.
Call Dr. Deal for your free one-on-one evaluation and resolve your ED, Peyronie's, or PE issues. 404-777-1911. Total Body Therapy of Georgia. 404-777-1911. Online at tbtofga.com.
You protect your physical health by choosing your doctors carefully. Protect your financial health by choosing an attorney carefully. An accident can be very costly. You want to receive the compensation you deserve. Call Van Sant Law. My friend David Van Sant will take care of you, trust me, very well. The number is 855-GA-INJURY. The website is vansantlaw.com. In the event of an accident, it could be the most important phone call you make.
Hey, this is Matt from East Cobb. We basically bought our house from our in-laws. It was my wife's childhood home. One of the issues that we've had when we first moved in was our dog in our backyard. It was extremely shaded, could never grow grass back there. We resodded it twice. So ATL Turf Co. did an amazing job with our backyard transformation. They basically created a miniature golf hole. We have a miniature fairway. We also have a miniature little putting green. Consists of about 4 holes, total about 40 yards, so you can definitely work on your short game and your putting. After that transformation that ATL Turf Co. did for us, my father-in-law came and saw his house the way it looked after the fact of we had a putting green and a miniature golf course. Sure enough, he did the same thing with ATL Turf Co. He has a beautiful backyard, wonderful stonework, drainage, and a beautiful practice area for chipping and putting. Check him out online at atlturfco.com.
Hey there, I'm Tara, owner and publisher of Our Town Monthly, Cobb's premier lifestyle magazine for over 20 years. We bring the best of our community directly to your mailbox, like the one-stop open-air shopping destination, the Avenue West Cobb.
I'm Danny, marketing manager at the Avenue West Cobb. We provide the community a safe, walkable area with a unique mix of national retailers, local boutiques, and delicious dining options. And in addition to the incredible shopping, it's a community hub with events all year long. Mark your calendar for our most beloved events: trick-or-treating with our tenants, Santa's workshop, and our annual Christmas concert completed by our magical Christmas tree lighting. Follow us on social media at the Av West Cobb for family-friendly events all year long.
Thanks, Danny. My family and I love the Avenues. And friends, you will too. And remember, our town is your town at Our Town Monthly.
Hey, it's Los. We're here with Tom Mitchell, the honest car guy. Tom, I've learned a lot about this car buying process from you. Is that typical of most of the clients you've worked with?
Yeah, I'm finding out it's even more typical. I mean, people are learning more and more, and maybe it's because I overload them with information because I want to be able to sleep at night. I want to make sure you know everything.
Do I have to have a particular make and model in mind when I call you, or is it just open to anything I want?
It's open. I can get any make, any year, any model.
I might be looking to trade in my vehicle. Can you accommodate that as the honest car guy?
For sure. I mean, we love it when people want to trade in cars because honestly, it's best for you to trade in a car. Why? Because you get a tax savings.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the honest car guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
The legend Neil Boortz is only on Extra 106.3. Hey, it's Tug, and here's what you missed from the Talkmaster.
The libtards, if you will, they need to pay their fair share. So earning 26% of the income and then paying 46% of all the income taxes, that's just not fair. Complete dumbassery.
Catch Neil's commentary every day on Extra 106.3 or listen anytime on the Extra 106.3 app.
Yeah, now we're talking. Yeah, what stinks in here? It's only me. Like my mother used to say, skunk smells his own hole first there, dipwad.
Head dog always hollers. That's what my mom said.
Oh, Flounder, send me more messages. Hold on a second. Oh, is this a bad thing, Kimmer Show? We no longer... Oh,
no, this is just for me and Pete. Nothing for you to worry about.
Ixnay on Docking Day with the Immerkay. That's I was. No, as you were. I think I saw. Here we go. Like I was saying, Nirvana here, 1991. That's better. I'm pretty sure there are words in here somewhere. All right. There we go. Yeah. All right, sir. I said Nirvana smells a little. It smells like Teen Spirit here or something. 91, Nirvana concert at Roxy Theater in Los Angeles. They invited fans to show up for their first video. Smells Like Teen Spirit, filmed 2 days later. Hundreds of fans showed up and appeared in the video. 1991, Nirvana. Well, that was nice of them to do that. It's like a lot of screaming at me. That's all right. All right, our birthday list includes the former. This was a very sweet lady, kind of like the June Cleaver style of acting back in the day. Pat Priest. Pat Priest was Marilyn Munster on the Munsters TV show. Pat Priest is 89 years old. She had a cameo as a Transylvania Airlines announcer in Rob Zombie's 2022 movie remake of The Munsters. Pat Priest, 89 years old today. What a silly, simple little show. All those shows back then, it was so easy to just just enjoy them and, take what they were doing and, you rang, just
Addams Family.
Yeah, the walking hand, the fingers.
That was Thing.
Thing, yeah. Let's see. And by the way, I'm sorry, Flounder.
When you're done with that, we got a couple calls.
Well, let's take them right now. Phone calls take priority. Well, first number one would be Mr. or Mrs. Whom there?
That would be Miss Jerry.
Jerry? Is that what you said?
Yep.
Jerry, how's it going, Jerry? Okay, I still couldn't hear. Jenny or Jerry?
Jerry.
Jerry. Hey, Jerry, how's it going? Speak up next time. No, sorry, it's my fault. Hey, Jerry.
Hey, last year, for my husband's birthday.
Oh, I'm sorry. Say once again, sweetie. We had kind of a bad line there. Myself. Please start again. Yeah.
Can you hear me now, Kimmer?
Yeah.
Last year, I had to repeat my name too because I was wishing my husband a happy birthday.
Happy birthday a year ago.
I'm going to have to get you some hearing aids.
Actually, back off from the phone a little. I think sometimes I get overmodulated like this because people are trying to help me hear things, and that might be it. Well, so we have another. Yeah, you're doing fine, sweetie. So we have another birthday. Is that the deal?
Yes, my husband's birthday is today, and he's 77.
Wow, that's a great number. That's a double lucky number. He should buy a lottery ticket or something for tonight. I think it's like $500 million.
He's having a big birthday party.
Outstanding. And do you have 77 candles on a cake, or is that too dangerous?
That might blow up.
We don't want them to collapse trying to blow the candles off. Well, listen, happy birthday. I hope you have a great party and a great weekend. And thank you for calling, as always. And I will talk to you again next year.
Kimmer.
Yeah.
Kim, I wanted to tell you something.
Sure, go ahead.
Last year, you asked me how I had been married, how we've been married so long.
I asked something about how you were married so long. I'm really having trouble.
She's got a really bad line. Try giving us a call back if you have a better line. Thank you.
Yeah. Sorry, it's just I hope it's not just me being an idiot. But
no, she has a bad line.
Oh well, she probably could have spit it out if you hadn't stopped her after every sentence and added a little bon mot of your own there.
Well, I was trying to make sure she wasn't doing. I couldn't get it. What was going on?
No, because you kept talking every time she said something.
Oh, God. All right, then. And now, Flounder, I think we have another caller, if I'm not mistaken. I'll try to do better on this one.
All right,
Flounder.
yes. We have Ruby on the line, and Ruby from yesterday. Ruby has 1 minute to tell her story.
All right, Ruby, you have a minute and go. What's up?
Is this the man of my dreams? Is this Kimmer?
Yeah, baby. How's it going?
Okay.
What's up?
Okay, it's Ruby bringing you the feminine touch.
Oh, at feminine touch, yeah.
The words of wisdom for today are, Mark Twain said, I have never let schooling get in the way of my education. How about that one?
Very clever.
Good one, right?
Yes.
Now, the T-shirt saying, you have to visualize. Now, picture a navy T-shirt, short sleeves, crew neck, and then a beautiful red, white, and blue American flag on the front. And then it says at the bottom, if you're offended, I'll help you pack.
I love it.
Yes. Okay, now for the joke. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready for the joke, Ruby. Yes.
Okay. Now, the wife is upstairs, and her husband is downstairs.
Yeah, that's what it should
and
be.
she says, honey, come upstairs and make love to me. And He says, I can't do both.
I can't do both, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, one or the other. Hey, ha, ha. Ruby, you naughty little creature. You're mine, baby. You're mine, I tell you. I got to go. You're killing me. 3:43. Well, that was very sweet. And if we can get our first caller back again, that would be good.
She's going to try and call back in a little bit on a better line.
Well, that'll be fantastic then. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. And again, here we have a temporary new number. And again, has anybody said what happened? How long or whatever's going on? Do they have to rewire something? I mean, I don't understand what happened. Nobody told us what's going on. The number, the digital system of our phone system, apparently from AT&T, is gone down, cut something. But how come it's not making the news? Is this the only building in America that has it? And how come it's not in the news if AT&T doesn't have phones? I have my cell phones on I have an AT&T cell phone thing. And that's working.
All I know is more people have called since we've changed the number.
I know.
We gave them a task.
I'm not used to it.
They've lived up to it.
I tell you, I'm not used to it, I tell you. Anyway, 344. By the way, Flounder sends a video of, is that the movie Longest Throwing Pass or whatever the hell it was? What's that?
Longest Yard?
Longest Yard, yeah. Is that what that's from?
I think so, yeah. The updated one.
Yeah, the comedy guy, I can't remember.
Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler's trying to audition guys to be cheerleaders. And it just reminds me, again, the male cheerleader thing. The Vikings have had to respond to the business with the reaction and the backlash to their two sissy boy cheerleaders. And again, I don't know. I think we're all reacting to the same thing. If you saw if someone just said, hey, the National Football League Minnesota Vikings have a couple of guys on their cheerleading squad, I don't think anybody would give a damn one way or the other. You know, they're there to catch the girls. But this is different. These are two guys pretending to be sissy little flaming, dolly girls. And again, they're fake acting and doing things that girls don't do. So, and if they're lined up with the other girls doing the dance steps, then that's just offensive. I mean, it's just wrong. It's just not. I don't know. I'm sorry. It's very grating. And so the Minnesota Vikings have had to respond. People are turning in their tickets. In Minnesota, there's not a lot to do in the wintertime in Minnesota except go to the ball game or watch your Vikings. I mean, seriously, that's a major thing. If they're giving up their tickets, like, remember the movie Fargo? Oh, you got any extra tickets? Oh, extra tickets? Are you kidding? They haven't had extra tickets for 50 years. Anyway, so they're throwing in their tickets, and now the Minnesota Vikings have said, while many fans may be seeing male cheerleaders for the first time at Vikings games, male cheerleaders have been part of previous Viking teams that have long been associated with collegiate and professional cheerleading. Okay. And that's great. That's not the issue. The issue is not that there are men on the squad. It's not supposed to be an all-girls thing, although temporary, in college and in high school, it's always been co-ed. That's not the point. The point is that they're deliberately acting like freaking sissies, like Tim Waltz with this little glad-handing, double-handing wave crap, like a little freaking sissy, like a little pansy sissy. And I'm sorry that you feel that way, but there are people who are just little pansy sissies, and they do it on purpose, and they do it to get attention, and they're not real. They're acting, and they're just putting on, that kind of crap. And it's freaking, offensive. Anyway. Now, New Orleans Saints doing the same thing. They have a couple of guys on it, but I think they look like athletes. I don't know whether they're going to do the same dance moves as the girls. I mean, that's the other thing. Are these two guys going to be doing the same dance moves, like just in line with the other girls? Or if they're going to be tossing girls in the air and these guys catch them, that's one thing. But they're acting like girl dancers. They're pretending.
They're girl cheerleaders is what they're doing.
Well, then what's the point?
Be inclusive.
It's the NFL, for God. I mean, I can't, especially now. I thought we were crawling over the hump on this, and all of a sudden now this is another new thing. It's starting. I mean, what are they thinking? Minnesota people
They're just going to boo them. They're going to boo the cheerleaders.
It's going to be unbelievable. It's going to be great. 3:47. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. It's freaking Friday. Look out. Neil Boortz coming up at 4.
Did you miss Neil Boortz?
I am shocked.
Don't worry. He's live anytime on the Extra 106.3 app.
Oh, that radio show.
Did traffic cause you to miss some of the Kimmer Show? Get it on the app.
It's all the kids talked about on Monday at school.
With anytime show replays from the Kimmer, Boortz, The Morning Extra, Clay and Buck, and so much more. Plus local headlines and breaking news. Grab the Extra 106.3 app now and start streaming.
A study by Allianz Life reveals that 63% of Americans harbor the fear of running out of money in retirement. With that, let's turn to Coach Pete. Coach, what about the word safe?
Safe. Big word. Big word. Misconstrued sometimes. When you hear safe, it seems boring to some people. Safe, you think of a CD at the bank paying 1%, but there are some safe strategies that will grow your money, help you participate in the upside of the market, but not the downside, and give you lifetime income you can never outlive. That is the true safe, and that puts safety, gives you peace of mind if you have the right safety, doesn't it?
It sure does. And get a look at what the right safety plan for your retirement could be. Call Coach Pete's local trusted advisor, Craig Chandler of Chandler Wealth Management. 800-419-6164. 800-419-6164. 800-419-6164. Craig Chandler, 800-419-6164.
Hi, I'm Chris Lalomia, owner of the Trusted Toolbox. Are home repairs piling up? Are you feeling overwhelmed? Relax. We've got you covered. From drywall dings and leaky faucets to deck repairs and trim replacement, we're your one-stop shop for everything for your home needs. No more juggling multiple contractors. Just call us at the Trusted Toolbox and we'll handle it. Your home deserves the best, and we don't want you breaking your back trying. Call the Trusted Toolbox today at 770-623-3097 or visit us at thetrustedtoolbox.com. The Trusted Toolbox, your one-stop shop for home repairs and more.
Hey, it's Flounder here. And this month at Solomon Brothers Jewelers, we're celebrating love with a full month dedicated to the trend-setting, award-winning designs of Gnome Carver and Crown Ring, two of the most iconic names in bridal jewelry. Whether you're shopping for an engagement ring or wedding bands, we've got the largest selection in Atlanta. Special offers all month long, and every piece is backed by our low price guarantee. Even on Gnome Carter's latest Luna collection featuring a patented pillow comfort interior. And here's something you don't want to miss. Wedding Band Weekend is happening August 15th through 17th for 3 days only. Buy one wedding band, get one half off on all wedding bands in the store. It's the perfect time to find your forever rings. Come see us on Peachtree Road in Buckhead, on Old Milton Parkway in Alpharetta, or on Fisher Crossings Drive, Sharpsburg. And you can always shop online at SolomonBrothers.com and click Book Appointment for your private consultation with one of our expert jewelers.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's for Howard Brothers and Exmark. The sun's blazing, the grass keeps growing, and Exmark's ready to handle it all. August lawns don't take a break, but with an Exmark zero-turn mower, you'll power through the heat and be back in the shade in no time. Built tough and engineered for precision, Exmark delivers a faster, cleaner cut every time. So don't just mow. Mow like a pro this cutting season with Exmark. Visit Howard Brothers today, and don't wait. Their expert team is ready to help you find the perfect mower. The grass is always greener when you take care of it with Exmark and Howard Brothers.
Hey, Georgia neighbors, it's time to expect more from your Medicare Advantage. Discover Sonder Health's custom plans tailored just for Georgians. Saunders offers unique benefits, including special plans for those living with chronic conditions. Some plans even come with grocery or gas benefits to support your overall well-being. Sonder Health makes it easy to get the coverage you need. See for yourself what today's Medicare Advantage can do for you. Visit SonderHealthPlans.com, a healthier state of life. Sonder Health Plans is an HMO and PPO with Medicare contracts. Enrollment in Sonder Health Plans depends on contract renewal.
Hey, Atlanta's Mark from the Safe House. I have a question for you. Am I the only person pissed off with the mainstream fake news, liberal judges,
and whiny liberal politicians
who don't realize why Donald Trump is president, and fake safes? And you may wonder, why fake safes? Well, a fake safe is like Joe Biden, cheap and ineffective. A real safe from Atlanta Safe House is like Donald Trump, tough, effective, and provides peace of mind when you need it the most. So drop by Atlanta Safe House and check out the largest selection of safes in the Southeast and see what a real safe looks like. So go to AtlantaSafeHouse.com.
I support PragerU because they're doing something extraordinary. They're preserving American history in digital form. You probably know how much I care about preserving truth. History means a lot to me, even more so fighting for what is right. It's a core value of mine. That is why I support PragerU. Like modern-day clay pots, they're safeguarding the truth. Truths that have been hidden away in our classrooms so our children and now grandchildren can be indoctrinated with progressive ideals to destroy our republic. PragerU PragerU videos reach millions of people every single day, especially young people, and they're changing minds at scale, and I've seen it. I've talked to the kids. I've talked to my kids about it. It works. If you want to make an impact on the next generation, this month is the best time to support PragerU. Every single dollar you give will be matched in August. My foundation, Mercury One, has already donated, so join me. Go to PragerU.com/Glenn and donate. PragerU.com/Glenn. Your gift is going to be matched dollar for dollar until the end of August, so give as much as you can. PragerU.com/Glenn.
Here we go. Paul Simon for you here. I always like Paul Simon. 1991, Paul Simon played a free concert in New York Central Park before an audience of 750,000 people. 1991. I liked his solo stuff. I like Simon and Garfunkel. Some of his things. Kathy's song is one of the sweetest little songs. I used to have that.
It's a beautiful song.
Just gorgeous.
He's got great songs.
Yeah. And I like his acting too. When he was in, was it Annie Hall? He played the music guy and got her to stay with him in California when Woody Allen was cracking up all the rental cars to go see her. Remember that part? Annie Hall, anyway.
In Saturday Night Live, he's did great jobs. Look what I found today.
I can't quite. It's that flag. Oh, the wiffle ball. You got a wiffle ball.
It keeps fading in. Yeah, there it is. Wiffle ball.
An actual wiffle ball. A real one.
And I just realized that this is how old this is. I took it out of the package for the first time today. It's pristine. It's beautiful, white and everything like that. The guy endorsing it is Mike Scott, Cy Young Award winner for the Houston Astros.
The guy with the forkball that they said was cheating. He was Mike Scott was the guy who came up with a forkball, and I think they called it something else.
Well, he didn't invent it.
No,
he didn't invent the split finger forkball, but he was
split
good.
Finger. He was a split finger, and they called him cheating, and they saw the spitball. It's a spitball. I said, no. And oh man, that I remember.
That's how old this is. It's 40-something years old.
You got to put that in your car and bring it with you next time we show up. We got to play wiffle ball. In fact, when Flounder and I played catch just for a minute the other day, really, there was no way to do it, for one thing, because there were all people around, and, I really do miss playing catch. But the other thing is I realized my glove is stiff. It's brand new. I've had it for years and years, but I've never used it. So my baseball mitt, my glove is so hard, I can barely make that thing move to catch a ball. So I'm trying to loosen it up now for the next time I actually do that. But anyway. Well,
run it over with your car.
Yeah, I should do that and just beat it up a little bit and throw it off the roof a few times or something. And so I soak it with that linseed oil stuff, the mitt conditioner.
Put it over your hand and put it in water and walk around with it for an hour with it on your hand.
Yeah, I just have
dry
to play.
on your hand.
Yeah, I have to take care of it. Let's see. Kimmer Pete and Flounder and a Letter Rip Friday. And our birthday list includes Phyllis Smith. I got a kick out of this every year doing her birthday. Phyllis Smith is the woman who played Phyllis in The Office. That rather large woman with the glasses and Michael Scott was really, had a little thing with her in a bad way, sort of. Phyllis Smith is 76 years old. She's a graduate of the University of Missouri, and Phyllis Smith was a cheerleader and a dancer for the St. Louis Cardinals. And she said she was an official dancer and cheerleader, as we talk about cheerleaders, for the St. Louis Cardinals. And she said she never did any nudity, but she wore feathers. And Phyllis, I get the biggest.
Yeah, she was good looking.
Yeah.
Back in the 70s or 80s.
Yeah,
when was it?
Yeah. Well, before that, it goes in the 60s. She's 76 years old. So she was in college in the 60s and worked for the St. Louis probably early 70s. Late 60s, early 70s. I thought it was pretty cool. And on this day in history, it was 1953. I can't believe that we're involved in this kind of thing. The United States, with the CIA, began operations to overthrow Iran's democratically elected Prime Minister, Mossadegh, in favor of strengthening the monarchical rule of the Shah of Iran, Reza Pahlavi. I got a couple of names wrong there. The first guy had made moves to nationalize Iran's oil fields after the British oil company, now part of BP, refused to cooperate in the auditing of oil payments. The British said, oh, no, you don't. So Iran was going to nationalize their oil fields. So the American CIA performed a coup. The new government placed the Shah of Iran as a ruler and monarch. He lasted for 26 years. That was until the anti-Shah sentiment led to the 1979 Iranian Revolution, in which he was overthrown. And again, I used to, when I played golf with my brother, went to Williams College in Williamstown, Massachusetts. They had the famous golf course there, and the Shah of Iran's son went to Williams College and had a rental house on the golf course. And as I was up there, I would see the Shah of Iran's kid. Was brought
guess
there.
what?
Yes, sir.
That guy is in line to be the new Shah if they ever go back.
Yeah, could be. Hey, I used to see her hit a 3-wood into your yard once. In fact, that's true. I actually did hit a ball in his yard. But by the way, what a bucket list that is. I once hit a golf ball into the yard of the son of the Shah of Iran, now to be the future Shah of Iran. I mean, anyway.
That's a very singular bucket list, I'd have to
That's
say.
a very unusual bucket list. Oh, boy. 3:58. Oh, God, I can't believe it. The show's gone. Neil Boortz coming up at 4 o'clock. Flounder, we got time for Flounder's Funny? Let's do a little something here. What do you think? Here we go. One shot here, right here.
You know, there's a silent war going on right now between short guys and tall guys. No one's talking about this. Short guys don't like tall guys, and tall guys don't know the war is going on. Hasn't caught up to them quite yet, you know? They can't see it. They're just kind of walking. It's all this mayhem below. They're like, ugh, get out of here. It's tough for guys who are under 6 feet, and it's women's fault. You've made us feel pretty bad about it. Because women will overlook a lot if you're tall, right? Like, you could not know math. Doesn't matter. If you're like 6'4", they're like, yeah, but his jacket's so big. Like,
What you got there, Flounder?
He calls himself Trey the Lamb.
Oh, I like it. Coming up on 4 o'clock, on Neil Boortz after the news with Kipper, Pete, and Flounder, and you, Let It Rip Friday on 106.3, the Farm of Atlanta, the only radio station that doesn't really suck.
WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. This hour is presented by Atlanta Safe House.
I'm Lisa Brady. President Trump greeting Russia's President Putin with a handshake after both arrived in Alaska to talk about ending the war in Ukraine. Red carpet on the tarmac leading to a stage with a giant Alaska 2025 for photos before they shared a ride to their meeting. Fox's Brett Baer speaking with President Trump on the flight to Anchorage.
So if you were to paint a picture of what perfect looks like coming out of Alaska today, what does that look like in your mind?
Look, it's not for me to negotiate a deal for Ukraine, but I can certainly set the table to negotiate the deal. And our next meeting will have President Zelensky and President Putin and probably me.
That interview airs tonight, 6 Eastern on Fox News Channel. President Trump has said he hopes today's meeting would lead to a second meeting quickly if it goes well. President Zelensky calling out Putin earlier today for continued killing on the day of the summit. U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi just confirming more than 180 arrests in D.C. as part of the ongoing federal crime crackdown. 75 of those immigration enforcement arrests, along with suspects facing drug and gun charges. This as the D.C. Attorney General sues the administration after Bondi named the head of the DEA as interim police commissioner, temporarily replacing Police Chief Pamela Smith.
Who said the following in a court document: if effectuated, the Bondi order would upend the command structure of MPD, endangering the safety of the public and law enforcement officers alike. In my nearly 3 decades in law enforcement, I have never seen a single government action that would cause a greater threat to law and order than this dangerous directive.
Fox's David Spunt. The White House says failed leadership has led to a crisis in the nation's capital. The Dow hits new highs, but at the bell, up just 34 points, back under 45K. America is listening to Fox News.
You're great at protecting your own personal information. You probably even use things like two-factor authentication, strong passwords, VPN. But as much as you try to be in control of how your information is protected, there's lots of places that also have it. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every single second for identity threats. If your identity is stolen, a LifeLock specialist is going to help solve the identity theft issues, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code Beck at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Dun, 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 da, bum, 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 bum. I think we know what that means. Let It Rip Friday with Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, and Neil Boortz. Parts unknown. Neil Boortz, welcome aboard. How's your Friday, sir? What's happening?
It's in Naples. I'm in good shape.
Outstanding. How's your weather? And just typical hot, steamy, and no stormy
Donna
stuff?
has announced to me that next year we are not going to be in Naples during August and September.
Yeah, well, I see. When I had my place down there, I did not spend August and September in Palm Beach Gardens. I was up north with my brother and playing golf.
I'm looking. As a matter of fact, I'm online right now looking for places to park the Boortz bus during those months, and it'll be places like Michigan. Around Petoskey, Michigan, West Yellowstone, Estes Park, Colorado, Breckenridge, Colorado. I'm getting that. I'm not going to put up with this, but I have to this year because of issues.
Yeah. Well, again, living down there, and it used to start. My brother and I would go down to Florida. We each had a different condo down there at PGA National, and we would go down. And by mid-May, it was time to go. It was time to go home. Get north. By late May, it starts getting really nasty. And when I started spending the full year down there, when I had my horse down there, I didn't come back north. Man, in the summertime, the winds and the rain and it would just blow your car off the road, and it's every stinking day. There's storms
down here in Paradise, which is Naples. I mean, it doesn't get really nasty until the end of July.
Yeah,
or in July sometime.
Tough summertime for weather. Anyway, yes, sir.
By the way, you mentioned horses.
I did many times. Yes.
Yeah, I contacted the breeder in Ocala that had Boortz the horse. I told you about Boortz the horse.
Oh, yes, you did. Absolutely.
Asked him if he's going to do a Boortz the horse too. And he said no.
Oh, darn. Well.
Yeah, but he said, I do have one interesting horse you might like to follow, and I've named it All Pink.
All Pink?
All Pink.
Okay, and what's the story on that?
Well, Flounder will tell you later.
Oh, all right, sir.
Can't tell it on air. We had to do
kind of a throwback to your college days or something.
No.
I mean, yeah, exactly. I got you covered there. Yeah.
Now, by the way, Kimmer, nobody's given me the details on where to write the check and who I'm buying dress blues for.
I've got that information for you, Neil, and I will chat with you Monday about that. We'll get it all lined up.
Standing out there.
You better do it. Hurry. I don't know if I'm going to be around in 2 weeks.
No, we'll get it handled before then.
Well, you got a diagnosis or something? I mean,
I'm let's see, the 27th. Yeah. I'm having something called a cardiac ablation.
Ablation.
Yeah, you can just look that up later.
Is that a stent thing?
No,
I've got a couple of those.
They put a blowtorch into your heart and start firing it off.
Oh, my. Well, that'll be fun.
Something like that.
All right, sir. Well, the best
Either
of
that
luck
or an
on
ice
that.
pick. I don't know what you know. So.
Yeah, well, here we go. I get this age, man.
You mentioned AT&T. Are you having a problem with AT&T?
Just here at the station, I thought somewhere our phone system is dead. Our normal number is gone temporarily, so we have a new number to call in. I don't know why. No one understands. I don't know how big it is.
Which is why I could not listen to you on my iPhone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, the app works.
It wasn't for me.
I'll be damned. My app is on an AT&T phone too, which is strange.
But about a year ago, Don and I both got brand new cell phones, AT&T. You know, they work swell, except we can't call each other.
Well, now that doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
How's that? A phone can't be a phone. I mean, nobody uses their phone like a phone anymore anyway, but I mean, you got to be able to at least still be able to call somebody and answer the phone.
We'll be in a mall or something, and I want to find Donna, so I'll try to call her. Where are you? I'm at the coffee shop. The call cannot be completed. What the hell?
That's wrong.
And we both have AT&T phones we bought at the same time.
Well, I say you should sue.
And then I heard you saying something about sissy pansies.
Oh God. The freaking, those girly sissy pansy. And again, by the way, this has nothing to do with being gay. I don't know if they're gay. I don't have any idea about their gender.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Fine. Nobody cares about that anymore, really, seriously. But
they really don't.
If you go around acting like, oh God, I'm so pretty, ha ha, that crap like that, you're not real. You're acting, you're pretending. Yeah. So you're just showing that you're a freaking idiot.
Well, they are. But anyway, I've told you about Donna and pansies, haven't I?
I don't remember the exact story of Donna and Pansies.
The time that Donna and I went with friends to the Trocadero Ballet at the Atlanta Civic Center.
Okay.
You know what the Trocadero Ballet?
I don't recall the.
I think they're out of Miami. They're all guys.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. I've heard of that. Yeah.
Okay, they're all guys. They're dressed in tutus with little ballet slippers, and they dance on their tiptoes, but they're all guys.
Yes, they are.
So we were waiting outside the Civic Center for them to open the doors so we could go in and see this spectacle. And Donna got into an argument with somebody, one of our friends, about what type of flowers these were in the planters outside the Civic Center. Now, bear in mind that the group of people waiting to go in the Civic Center, who they might be, and then all of a sudden, I'm not paying attention until I hear Donna say very loudly, "Well, I know a pansy when I see one."
It's a chain of daisies, ma'am.
How sad are you that Brian Kohlberger's having a rough time in prison?
Well, I thought that was so funny. They were waiting for him, and they apparently they're taking turns, kicking the doors all night long and yelling into the air vents. And I mean, he's screaming and yelling because he can't get any sleep, and they're all picking on him. Wait till he gets into the general population.
He's never going to be in the general population.
He'll be dead in a month.
But he's not going to be in the general population.
Well, that's what they say he's supposed to go next.
Oh, I don't think so.
That's what they're saying.
They talk to him through his toilet.
Yeah,
Kimmer.
everything. Yeah, oh God.
They do. In the middle of the night, there are voices coming out of his toilet.
Unbelievable. And they were waiting for him. They were waiting for him. Good.
Okay, what's your favorite story, your favorite Trump story of the week?
Oh, geez, I don't even know where to begin. Honestly, the man doesn't stop. I don't think anything's going to happen with this Alaska trip. I think maybe they have a ceasefire, but that's a mean squat to me. That's not real.
I think the D.C. police is the big story.
Well, that's the big news story. Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, Kristi Noem has now been forced out of her house because the media started printing her address. And of course, now they're showing up and doxing her, and her security is at risk, and so they're putting she's on a freaking military base right now. Kristi Noem, the head of the DH. I can't believe that.
What else do you expect from the left?
That's right. They're violent and angry, and they're not stopping, and they're doubling down. That's why the charges for the business with putting that on down about getting Donald Trump, the conspiracy continues. So there's no such thing as an ex post facto law because they are still continuing the conspiracy.
You knew they were going to. But one thing we've learned is because in Atlanta, in Washington, our crime rate is down.
Please.
And so I started looking into that, and some of the BS that goes into these claims that the crime rate is down. Let's take Atlanta, for instance.
Yeah.
The city of Atlanta is 500,000 people.
Yep.
Okay, so whatever happens to the crime rate in the city limits of Atlanta has really no realistic bearing at all on what the crime rate is for the standard, the area, the SMSA.
Yeah.
And now we learn that we have police chiefs and supervisors telling police officers, don't write this up as a felony.
Yeah.
Write this up as a misdemeanor. Blah, blah, blah. And they're cooking the books. The Democrats are so afraid that the American people are going to see a great success in reducing crime in Washington, D.C. It simply can't be allowed to happen. Kimmer.
Did you hear the story about the woman who was a reporter for the Washington Examiner, Anna Giarelli?
Yes.
And she was raped and beaten, and she went to the police department. The guy was convicted. There's no record of him anywhere.
Yeah.
She said they covered up the statistics page. They track criminal offenses and on a map. She said the city only includes first-degree felonies in the crime stats, so anybody robbed, assaulted, or sexually abused in anything less than, quote, egregious ways, you are not counted in the tally of crimes.
Her attacker is in prison, but she couldn't find any record of the crime that he committed against her.
He was released immediately from jail by the judge handling the case. He was arrested in 5 separate incidents and allowed out of jail every single time, while he was waiting a trial for sexual assault. Washington, D.C., and New York, this way they're doing it.
It's amazing, but Trump is going to be successful, and he would like to do the same thing in other cities, but now Trump is a fascist. He's taken over. At first, the mayor in Washington, whatever her name is,
I can't remember. Mario Bowser.
Yeah, Bowser.
Yeah.
Wasn't she in that rock group NSYNC? No, what? Yeah. Anyway, Anyway, now all of a sudden it's at first she supported Trump, but now when people start to get arrested,
she's back.
And the thug Tavius and his gang are pulled off the streets. Now all of a sudden it's just terrible what Donald Trump is doing.
Yeah. Actually, I don't think he could lose either way. If in fact Congress doesn't let him extend it more than 30 days, if the crime goes down, they'll say, boy, this was a great idea, and thank God Trump stepped in. If the crime stays the same, he can say, well, we need to keep going. We can't stop now. And, of course, they've arrested so many people. They're not going to be making that many arrests if those guys all leave. So, obviously, the statistics are going to change. So, either way, Trump's going to win. See, we told you so, yes or no.
Can you believe this idiot that works at the Department of Justice?
Oh, man, the sandwich Subway guy? What an idiot. Oh, my God.
Threw a sandwich at an ICE agent, and now he's unemployed.
Felony, baby.
You got to love Janine Pirro when she says, find someplace else to stick your Subway sandwich.
Well, I tell you, I really went off on this thing because I believe they should dox this guy. They should throw him in solitary confinement. They should give him the January 6th treatment, Neil Boortz. Talk about an unfair system of justice. If someone had done that to a cop in January 6th, he would have been in solitary confinement for a year. They would have switched him every 2 weeks to a different jail location so no lawyer could ever find him. He would be ruined. He would lose all his money. They would investigate his bank accounts. They would investigate his credit card statement to see where he flew, if he flew in directly to be part of this protest. They would ruin his freaking life. And I'm telling you, they should need to give him the January 6th treatment like anybody who attacks a federal ICE agent should get the same thing. Solitary confinement, shut off from the outside world, and months and months and months of living like rat-infested crap.
Kimmer.
Yes.
Damn Kimmer.
Seriously, man, that's what they did to people who pushed the fence on January 6th, spent a year in solitary confinement. The guy with a buffalo hat who didn't do anything but walk around with police got solitary. I mean, I say give it back to him in spades.
We're going to disagree on some of that, Kimmer.
Well, that's justice.
I mean, you don't walk in there and put your feet up on the Speaker of the House. You don't break into his office and stick your feet on his desk.
That's not solitary confinement and doxing you and ruining your life because you put your feet up on the desk.
Well,
please.
maybe a severe beating.
No. We're talking about violence against cops. If you do something against a cop, you deserve everything you get. And this guy deserves everything the January 6th guys got for interfering with a cop. Simple as that. What's the difference?
Well, if he had thrown a quarter pounder, maybe.
It's
but
still in the No, Neil, I can't believe you're saying you're just doing that to argue.
No,
stop, you freaking lawyers.
I love.
You're like Pete freaking Davis. Both of you bastards. All you just want to do is argue all the time.
Is Pete a lawyer?
He might as well be. He probably. We don't have no idea. I'll bet he's a lawyer. I bet he's got several degrees.
I would have loved to have seen them tase him.
Well, yeah, that would have been really flopping around like a fish.
one probe in each ass cheek.
And leave it in there. And give it a little zinc one every once in a while on the way to the car.
But I am tickled. I am tickled pink. Not all pink,
Oh,
the name of the
gosh.
horse.
No,
but
no.
I am tickled pink that he got fired immediately.
Yeah, well, no, yeah. Again, we have to crack down on these people.
Yeah.
January 6th treatment, baby. Every one of them. Everything that does this, every single one of them.
Okay, now you want to get controversial?
Yes, I do very much.
Okay, first of all, we have a new definition of a renewed definition of dumb jock.
A new dumb jock.
Well, it's an old dumb jock that has just been brought to the forefront again.
Okay, here we go. What?
David Justice.
Oh, talking about Halle Berry, who has just had her birthday?
You mean he kicked that out of his sleeping bag because she wouldn't clean or cook?
Yeah, we mentioned the fact it was like Joe DiMaggio with Marilyn Monroe. He thought she was going to be a little housewife, stay home and put his dinner on the table at 5:08. You know, and David Justice said, "Well, I was raised with a mom who took care of everything. I thought she was going to be a mom." And
no. No, and I bet his mom didn't look like that either.
No, I guarantee.
So, okay, now controversy.
Yes.
I'm seeing a phrase used more and more now. Black fatigue.
I have seen that. I'm not exactly sure what it refers. I'm tired of taking crap. Maybe
no.
That's not it.
It is people that are getting sick and damn tired of the actions and the antics of black mobs on cruise ships. You name it.
Well, Cincinnati.
Yeah, you see a mob fighting right now, and before the camera even gets close enough to identify the perps, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a mob of black people. And black fatigue denotes that a lot of people and a lot of blacks are getting sick and damn tired of this and are wanting to see something done about it.
Well, I don't know what to think or what to say or how come, what's leading to this. I don't hear or know a movement in the music industry or
go on YouTube and look at cruise news or something like that.
Well, see,
I mean, Carnival Cruise Lines, their butts are in a real crack right now because they made their cruises so affordable.
Yeah.
That they've become very popular in the hood, and all sorts of. I mean, you walk down the hallways and you see security guards outside of cabins of the passengers, people who, because of one miscalculation or another, are no longer allowed out of their cabins until they can be arrested when the cruise gets back to port.
That can't be good. You're on the freaking ocean, you know. I mean, if you can't behave on a boat, I mean, you're not going anywhere, you know.
Well, here's something I need help with because I know this happened.
Right.
I was on the air when Katrina happened. Okay, in fact, Belinda and I were in New Orleans the night before Katrina hit.
Wow.
We just got out on, I believe, the last AirTran flight out of New Orleans.
Wow.
But anyway, so I was following that closely. Donna is a longtime Red Cross volunteer. She was involved in helping the people that fled Katrina, but there was, and I swear, the news of this has been so covered up or subverted or quieted. There was a cruise ship in Mobile.
Yeah.
Okay, in Mobile Harbor. And the government contacted the operators of that cruise ship. We need a place for some refugees.
Right. I remember those days.
Yeah. So, we're going to rent that cruise ship from you, and we're going to load it down with refugees. And they did. And so these refugees were put on that cruise ship, and they had everything, Kimber. They had meals. They had access to exercise rooms, swimming pools, everything on that ship. And sure enough, in short order, it evolved into beatings, robberies, chaos, and what have you. And I don't have to tell you who, by and large, were the people that were put on that cruise ship. But once again, the phrase "black fatigue" comes to mind.
All right, sir.
I'm making you nervous.
No, I don't know I don't know what it means or how come or what's going on. I mean, political problems where the tensions peaking. I mean, I wonder what the deal is.
Yeah, the deal is that black ghetto mobs are just wreaking havoc in public places. like cruise ships and
Well,
what
they
have
should
you.
stop that.
Well, make them stop. But if you try to stop it, you're a racist.
Well, see, this is just.
I know. I've got you. Your pucker factor is way up there
I
right
don't care.
now. I know.
I don't know what I'll never go on a cruise ship. Okay, I can't imagine. I just.
Why not?
Well, because I can't imagine. I love boating. I had my own boat, and we're great. I love water and all that kind of stuff. But I'm not going to go on a cruise ship.
This man that I love so much, Royal.
Yeah. Great guy.
Yeah, back in the days, I sent him and Belinda. I just wanted to do something good for my crew. I sent them on a cruise.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Belinda took her husband, and Royal went alone.
Yeah.
No, he took another guy. I said, Royal.
Oh, okay.
He said, you're on a cruise.
Yeah, but I bet he went dancing.
And he said, you're taking a guy. Can you? He said, Neil.
Trust me.
You don't take sand to the beach.
Yeah, all those teachers on a little spring break trip or something like. Yeah, I know. My brother, the golf pro, used to go on cruises, and the first thing he did was pack a couple of tuxedos. And when he would show up at the bar wearing a tux and ask the ladies to dance, let me tell you something. He was a freaking Casanova on cruise ships.
I am not. I don't own a tux.
I have 4 or 5 I'm trying to give away. I got so many clothes I want to give away, and just I can't believe.
Talking about dress blues.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how my father used his dress blues. Okay.
All right.
He was at the U.S. Naval War College, or
cool.
some kind of college, like that up in New York.
That's a thing. Yeah.
And he had time off, so he got tickets to the Price is Right TV broadcast in New York City. That was back in the days that Bill Cullen was the host.
Oh, sure, absolutely.
Okay.
What's my line, too? I think.
Yep. So he put on his dress blues and went and sat in the audience. And you know what happened to him then.
Obviously, they put him on stage.
Yeah. Next thing you know, he's one of the contestants.
Yeah.
And they had 3 of them up there, and they would be up there for the whole show. And then the champion would come back the next day, and then the champion would come, So he was on there for 3 days. He did good.
I'll be darned.
In those damn dress blues.
Yeah, I'll be darned.
And I was at Pensacola High School at the time, and they let me out of class down to the principal's office so I could, you couldn't videotape it. They didn't have videotapes.
So you knew it was going to be on TV and let you watch it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
And he won the most beautiful ski rig you have ever seen in your life.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
And he wouldn't let us use it. He had to sell it to pay the taxes on all the other crap he won.
And by the way, I was on Truth or Consequences with Bob Barker wearing my Marine Corps uniform. I was actually on stage as part of a skit. They picked me out of the audience because I was wearing my uniform. Anyway, and if you win a prize, you have to pay the taxes on it.
Oh, yes.
I mean, in fact, when I was on the show, at the end of the show, backstage, they gave me something like $30 as a per diem for visiting something, some contract of something. So, and back, in 1966, $30 to a Marine was a lot of money. So I was freaking thrilled. Anyway.
Yeah, well, my aunt was on Queen for a day.
Oh, is that a Queen? Oh my God, Bob Bailey or Bill Bailey? Bob Bailey, Queen for a day, and they got a dishwasher up. I can't believe it. They got a washer, dryer, and a refrigerator. Well, the big prizes, and they cry, and they lost their house in a fire. So, man,
you just can't.
What a show.
I mean, the youngsters, the little tadpoles that are listening to us right now have no idea.
It was an old guy. He would have women. They tell a sob story. She lost her home and her people with a dog, and they say, "Oh my God!" And they say, "We have for you, Queen for a day," and they bring out all the prize. Oh God, I gave their friends.
But I cannot remember what my aunt's sob story was.
Yeah, it was a real wonderful sob story. They bring out their stuff. Oh man,
she had to make something up.
Oh well, whatever.
Somebody broke into the house and stole all her right shoes, left her nothing but left shoes. I don't know.
Mercy.
Okay, well that's
that's
Flounder telling me that my time is up. Yeah.
Well, listen, have a kiss and a hug to the sweet missus of yours, and safe travels. And thank you again, as always, for joining us. And have a great weekend, Neil.
Did Flounder tell you about the horse yet?
He's going to tell me in a minute. All right, I gotta see you. Have a good one.
I want to be here when he tells you. I'm going to listen. Well, I want to know.
Neil Boortz. Look out. Here we go.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
Now, I know there are plenty of HVAC companies out there, but let me tell you why Central Heating and Air Conditioning stands out from the rest. These days, it's hard to tell who's on first. Everybody wants to play. Many of the local HVAC companies, though, have been sold to large conglomerates. And some are even coming back under new names. But at Central Heating and Air Conditioning, they never left the field. They've been your hometown team since 1947. And their dedication to our community has never wavered. They are the grand slam you can count on. Central's team of experts know the game inside and out, delivering dependable service and personalized solutions every time. So don't get caught off base. Choose the HVAC team that's always been in the game. Get Carrier products, Carrier warranty, and Carrier peace of mind. Turn to your Atlanta Carrier experts, Central Heating and Air Conditioning. Call them today, 770-GET-HEAT, or visit them online at centralheat.com.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
Modular and off-site construction is booming. If you're an architect, building engineer, supplier, developer, or contractor, you can't miss the Off-Site Construction Summit, returning to the International Convention Center in Atlanta on August 19th. With the rising cost of traditional building, modular and off-site construction is changing the way that companies build. It's quicker, cheaper, and offers a faster ROI. So don't miss the Off-Site Construction Summit, coming to the International Convention Center in Atlanta on August 19th. This is your opportunity to learn from and connect with the industry's best. Register today at offsiteconstructionnetwork.com. That's offsiteconstructionnetwork.com.
Time now for the Retire Wise Report. James Parker here with financial advisor Sean Maloney, founder and CEO of Retire Wise. Many people assume their taxes will automatically go down once they retire and stop collecting paychecks. Sean, is this a dangerous assumption?
It can be, because you know what? Lower taxes in retirement can be a myth. It's not always true. Right? Remember, up to 85% of your Social Security benefits could be taxed, right? Your traditional IRA and 401k income is 100% taxable, so that needs to be accounted for. And that's why it's so important to find ways to reduce or eliminate your taxes wherever possible.
Tell us about the offer you have for our listeners.
Hey, look, now is the time to start looking ahead and identifying your tax liabilities in retirement. Well, we have a great resource for you guys. We have what's called the Retire Happy Framework Toolkit. You can get a copy today by calling or texting the word WISE to 770-802-2200. My team helped put together this just for you, and it's a complimentary guide. And the center of this is a copy of my latest book, The Priority of Retirement. It has chapters on everything from Social Security to investments to income planning. We include guides in there as well as on strategies for income planning, for taxes, and even dealing with recessions in retirement, among other things. So if you want to get this information in your hands today, call or text the word WISE to 770-802-2200. That's 770-802-2200.
Take advantage of this offer. Get your Retire Happy Framework today. Just text WISE to 770-802-2200. And the team at Retire Wise will get you your Retire Happy Framework right away. So just call or text WISE to 770-802-2200. Investment advisory services made available through AE Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Firm does not provide tax services.
Advisory services offered through Master Plan Retirement Consultants, Inc., a registered investment advisory in the state of Georgia. Insurance, tax, and commodity services offered through Fricks & Associates, Inc., DBA Master Plan Retirement Consultants. The aforementioned are affiliated companies.
Retirement means different things to different people. Some folks want to travel the world. Some folks want to spend more time with grandkids. For me, I'm looking forward to spending more time with my guitar. Whether extravagant and robust or simple and cozy, every retirement needs a plan. You wouldn't take a trip without directions. You have to know where you are before you know where you're going. Master Plan Retirement Consultants have helped many like you plan for their own retirement. Not only does Master Plan help you create the roadmap, they join you on the journey. So whether you want to travel the world, become a pickleball champ, or just looking for a good porch, a sturdy rocking chair, and an acoustic guitar, remember to plan well, because the destination is worth it. Visit masterplanretire.com to schedule your complimentary consultation today.
Hey, this is Matt from East Cobb. We basically bought our house from our in-laws. It was my wife's childhood home. One of the issues that we've had when we first moved in was our dog in our backyard. It was extremely shaded, could never grow grass back there. We resodded it twice. So ATL Turf Co. did an amazing job with our backyard transformation. They basically created a miniature golf hole. We have a miniature fairway. We also have a miniature little putting green. Consists of about 4 holes, total about 40 yards, so you can definitely work on your short game and your putting. After that transformation that ATL Turf Co. did for us, my father-in-law came and saw his house the way it looked after the fact of we had a putting green and a miniature golf course. Sure enough, he did the same thing with ATL Turf Co. He has a beautiful backyard, wonderful stonework, drainage, and a beautiful practice area for chipping and putting. Check him out online at atlturfco.com.
My name is Patrick, and I'm the Military Outreach Manager at the Warrior Alliance. I served in the U.S. Army as an airborne ranger and deployed to several combat zones in support of the global war on terror. Veterans bring excellence through our work ethic, skills, and civic duty. However, transitioning to civilian life can be difficult, as we all share a loss of purpose when leaving the military. Returning veterans have earned and deserve our support so they can thrive on their journey home. The Warrior Alliance understands the challenge and is helping warriors navigate to success after service. Join us in changing thousands of lives for the better. Donate today at thewarrioralliance.org.
Storms, heat, humidity, your home takes a beating down south. Southern Exteriors was built for this. Now they're offering 10% off any job or 12 months, 0% financing. Hey, it's Tug. I know the team at Southern Exteriors personally. They do things the right way. Roofing, siding, windows, gutters, anything to the exterior of your home, they do it all. Call Southern Exteriors today or visit them on the web. It's 877-9-SOUTHERN and southernexteriors.co.
Yeah, going into another weekend, I'll be out on my chopper, and luckily I'm covered not only with insurance, but also with David Van Sant. It's crazy out there. And every day on the way to work and back, there are merge lanes and people trying to cut you off and stuff. It's just a lot of fender benders, and I just hate that stuff. And when things like that happen, no, it's your fault. No, you're the one that did. Whatever, don't, the insurance companies have their lawyers, teams of them, to make your life miserable. Not that they mean to. I mean, they're not meanies. They just don't want to pay more than they have to. Well, that's where David Van Sant comes in, because he used to do that for the insurance companies, and he's a top lawyer, by the way. That list of 100 top trial lawyers in Georgia, he's on it, and he's one of the super lawyers. That's an actual super lawyers list. David Van Sant's been on that seemingly forever, and he's a personal injury lawyer, so it's not just car wrecks and stuff like that. If you've been wrong, something happens, slip and falls, I don't know, contract dispute or something like that. If you are owed something, David Van Sant's going to get you taken care of, because you're number one. If you don't get paid, he doesn't get paid. I mean, this is serious business. He does this for a living. Here's the number, 855-GA-INJURY. Online, vansantlaw.com.
Hey, it's Lowe's here to tell you about a new, stress-free, and completely transparent way to purchase your next pre-owned car, truck, or SUV. It's with Tom Mitchell, the Honest Car Guy. Tom, traditionally, I've been a payment buyer. How do you work with that type of buyer?
I have people that come in all the time and they want to spend $20,000. Okay, if their payments are $400 on $20,000, they don't realize without the doc fees, without all this other stuff, we can put them in a 22 or 23 model car and we can spend a little bit more money and have the same payment. So if you're a payment buyer, don't come in here just saying, I want to spend $20,000, because we can sit there and help you and we can put you in a newer car with lesser miles at a payment you need.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
Well, we were just talking about this guy the other day. Kind of hard to tell at the moment here what we're talking about. Coming up here. 1979. A futuristic satire film, Americathon, premiered in Los Angeles featuring Meatloaf. The soundtrack produced songs by the Beach Boys, Nick Lowe, and Elvis Costello, and featured Meatloaf. You can't get something from the Cadillac or the Cracker Jack box and whatever. I'll do a lot of things, but I won't do that. Kevin Pete and Flounder, how's it going? 436 here, so we have a new number, temporary number, because there's something happened with the digital phone works around. And again, I don't know how bad, I don't know how far this extends. I know our building, our company does not have our normal phone service into this studio, but I do our other phones. I don't know if I don't know. Anyway, so here's a number if you want to call the studio. I don't know about the regular radio station. Area 470-552-0020. 470-552-0020.
So Mike gave me a quick look. There's an issue with, because AT&T is who provides us our phones and Comcast provides us our internet service. So I guess there's an issue with those two that he's working out.
Excellent. All right, sure. Thank you. We don't know what happened or whatever, but again, and do we know if it's just our studio? It's just our talk line?
I believe so.
Oh, okay. Well, then obviously it's because of me. It's probably a freaking Christopher Wray. I'll bet the FBI. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was probably overreacting. All right, let me do a birthday list. In fact, I really I have a lot of feelings about this silly little thing. Jennifer Lawrence. Jennifer Lawrence is 35 years old today, and I really like her acting, and I like her because she's kind of a sweet and weird and kind of lumpy girl next door and pretty, but she's not like a knockout runway model type girl, but she's really got a look about her. And Jennifer Lawrence is 35. She, of course, known for The Hunger Games, Winter's Bone. Before that, I think she was given a nomination Academy Award. She was in X-Men. She was in Silver Linings Playbook with that guy who was a big macho guy. I taught him how to ballet dance or something, as I recall. Two of the movies that she was in that I am remarking about at the moment are American Hustle, with that same guy, weird guy we talked about yesterday, Pete Davis, too, the actor, what's his name? He played the boxer's manager, and he's my whole different roles. He was an American Psycho, the American Psycho. The guy who played Christian Bale. Christian Bale played a major part in American Hustle. If you haven't seen that, that is a really interesting movie. I definitely recommend it. It's about con men doing what they do. And Jennifer Lawrence is part of the team. It's a really, really interesting movie, American Hustle. Also, she was in a movie called Red Sparrow. Did you ever see that? Again, to me, it was a great movie, except they really mistreated part of it like a sexual thing they didn't need to do. But it's a hard movie. It's a tough movie. There's blood and gore, and it's a tough movie about Russian spies and assassination, murder thing. I mean, it's called Red Sparrow, and she plays a woman who becomes a spy. And it's a tough, hard movie. And if it's on again, I'll DVR it, but I'll fast forward through about 3 or 4 or 5 minutes of it. I don't like. That's the kind of thing I feel about it. Red Sparrow and also American Hustle. I mean, that was a hell of a movie. Jennifer Lawrence, 35. Okay, I'm sorry I got distracted. There's my movie review. Let's see, 439. In fact, I was going to do Pete Davis just sent me a thing too. Apparently, we were sort of waiting for any kind of live update in Alaska. Donald Trump and Putin are there now in Alaska. And apparently, Pete just sent the latest from Alaska is that Donald Trump had a flyover of, a 1B-2 bomber and 4 F-35 fighter jets flying right above Putin and Trump as they walked to the motorcade waiting for him at the airport. And Putin apparently went nuts, looking up in the sky with the formation of fighter jets and the bomber overhead. And Trump's clapping his hands, I hear you're in America now, mister. I mean, freaking unbelievable. They shook hands, went into the joint base, Anchorage, Alaska kind of thing. And from there on, I don't know what. And I think they're supposed to have a news conference at around 6 o'clock. Was the plan, but who knows? But if you're home and you feel like watching Fox News, I'm sure they'll cover it if it happens. It's supposed to happen sometime this evening. But again, they're talking. And again, I don't have any expectation. I'll bet you there's going to be a ceasefire because obviously they have to come away with something. So there's going to be a ceasefire and plans for the two of the leaders to talk again with the dump, which means crap. Doesn't mean squat. But it's good. I mean, it's good. Nobody. And again, by the way, I'm really amazed. I haven't seen any coverage of this anywhere. Donald Trump yesterday was talking about the efforts to try to save lives, and he mentioned a couple days in a row that last week there were 7,200 deaths in the Russian-Ukraine war. 7,200 a week. And he said the average is more than 5,000 deaths a week. A week. In 10 weeks, 12 weeks, 13 weeks, that's Vietnam. That's the entirety of Vietnam.
And they can't afford to lose that many.
I mean, they're losing a generation.
Yeah, they're already lost.
I mean, seriously, I said, holy cow. He's literally, Donald Trump's been saying this for a long time. He says, I've got the pictures. You should see the carnage. When they bomb a building, they show the bomb building, but they don't show the 800 people dead in the basement. And Donald Trump says it's 5,000 average deaths a week. And that would be a Vietnam every couple of months. Every 3 months, another total Vietnam carnage every 3 months. And this has been going on for what, a year and a half or a year? I mean,
longer than that.
2 years,
Yeah.
3. I mean, my God, 5,000 a week.
And Russia has weakened itself to the point
How could they go on?
Defend themselves.
I mean, I don't know how they've lost a generation of men. The fathers are gone. And have you seen any combat footage like we saw in Vietnam? The dinner time war. Vietnam was the dinner time war. The footage every night at dinner, you'd see the footage live of Vietnam combat stuff. Have you seen any combat footage that you can even remember about Russia-Ukraine war?
Just drone stuff of drones dropping bombs on Russians while they're in the trenches and stuff. Seen that?
Well, I haven't seen a lot of firefights and people and dead body. I mean, the carnage. I mean,
It's not a lot of hand to hand. It seems.
Yeah.
It seems like it's a lot of lobbing things at each other.
Yeah. Well, again, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that maybe that's one of the reasons why this is just nobody seems to care, except those who are in it. But I've lost. I think we're Russian. And like I just said, they're not going to do anything. It'll be maybe a cease. They'll come out with a ceasefire. They have to do something, and it'll be that. And then they'll talk, and then it'll break down, and and off we go. So, and now Trump is threatening if they don't come up with something. He's threatening, but now he's saying if they don't come up with something, which means if they announce a ceasefire, then he'll be happy and he won't do the things against Russia that he was promising. But that's not, to me, a ceasefire is nothing. Nothing. They could do that over the phone.
Just biding his time and building up strength again for the next wave. Yeah.
So anyway, I mean, that's the thing. All right, 444. Kim, Repeat, and Flounder. How's it going? Again, here's our temporary call-in number, area 470-552-0020. A couple things, if you don't mind. Oh, I've just discovered, I know this is stupid, and it's totally on me. All of a sudden, I like Cherry Coke better than Cherry Pepsi. I'm flabbergasted myself. I've always liked Cherry Pepsi better than Cherry Coke, and suddenly I don't. I think my mother used to say, well, how do you know you don't like something? If you haven't tried it, your taste buds change. Maybe you'll like it now. And I just discovered last night I suddenly like Cherry Coke better than Cherry Pepsi. How's that possible?
Okay. First of all,
yeah,
you're borderlining on heresy being that close to Atlanta and saying you like Pepsi.
I know. I'm my own man. I'm my own man.
Especially Cherry Pepsi.
I am my
disgusting.
own. I'm a Cherry Coke guy. I am announcing I'm a Cherry Coke guy as of right now, this minute.
Well, thank you for joining the right side of history then.
You're very funny. Also, I want to remark about this, and I feel a little guilty about it, but I think I've handled it like a gentleman and a man. Speaking of not being gay, I put on Facebook, and I sent you two bastards a little video of this too. I took some video this morning of watching Fox News, and they had Tricia McLaughlin on. Tricia McLaughlin is the Assistant Department of Homeland Security Secretary. And I put video on Facebook and YouTube of this woman she's being interviewed because she's the Assistant Secretary, Department of Homeland Security. And if you haven't seen her name is Tricia McLaughlin. She looks about 14 years old, and that she should be on the cover of Teen Angel magazine. She is stunningly beautiful. And my comment about watching, and I've seen her, she's been on quite a bit because of the business with what's going on with DHS and the border and all the security and stuff like that. So she's on almost every day on Fox News, and every time I see her, I am stunned. And my reaction that I put her on FaceTube to make the point was, this young lady really looks like she's 19, and she looks like she should be on the a Breck shampoo bottle. I mean, she's just beautiful hair. I mean, she's just gorgeous. And I thought to myself, I'll bet she's so, I mean, she's smart and bright and quick and just, I mean, she's just stunningly good at her job. And when they ask her questions about Homeland Security and terrorism and stuff, and boom, bam, pow. I mean, she's like Caroline Levitt, and she's a knockout. And my point was, I'll bet she had to work harder than anybody in her class her whole life in school, because I'll bet they had trouble taking her seriously, just because she is so, I mean, she looks like the most wholesome girl next door that you've ever seen. And I was just remarked about it.
What a horrible life she's led.
And good
all
for
that
her.
Beauty and
no, I'm just saying. Jesus, only you. See what I mean? I'm saluting her as saying what a remarkable young lady, and only you could somehow say that I'm complaining about her life.
Okay, you brought something up here.
Yes.
Okay, Neil pointed out black fatigue.
Yeah.
We have discussed black fatigue on numerous occasions on this show.
Well,
How come
not
you
that
can't
way.
remember that?
I don't remember talking about that stuff, about that part. I'm sorry, I don't. I don't remember talking about them, swarming each meeting. That's kind of Neil's area, isn't it? We don't.
No. It started black men saying that about black women. They're tired of seeing them in mobs attacking each other.
I remember.
And then the black women said, "Well, the men are doing it too."
Yeah.
And
I remember definitely discussions. Well, and a lot of this started with Putty Tat. Remember, Putty Tat wants a guy to say all black men should have a gay guy, teach him how to be a man. We've talked about, when Putty Tat said young black males, to get black men back in the Democrat Party, really we need to be able to, they should have their own gay guy consultant. Don't you remember that a few weeks ago? He got creamed for that, calling for
he was on a podcast or something like that, talking about how young men...
He wanted to be creamed for that.
Yeah, apparently. And now, 4:48, give her Pete and Flounder. We got, you want to do tweets? Let's do some tweets. You got any tweets over there?
Let's do tweets.
All right, we got tweets coming up. And so much more here with your Let Her Rip Friday.
Well, we know
It's time for the
out there. It's in the media. It's in much of corporate America. Certainly, it's out there in the world of information technology. How is that bias put into practice? Well, here's an example I never thought about, and maybe you haven't either. Both Republicans and Democrats send out emails targeting voters and citizens for donations. You have a fundraising group called Act Blue, obviously Democrats. Another one, Win Red, obviously Republicans. There are others, and you may get an email from them, or maybe not, soliciting donations. Now, the Republican National Committee filed a lawsuit a couple of years ago alleging bias in email filtering. That was last year. A federal judge threw the lawsuit out. In 2023, the Federal Election Commission dismissed a Republican National Committee complaint about the spam filters in Gmail. Okay, let me cut to the chase. Here is how it works. Google has been particularly blatant at this. When Google recognizes an email sent soliciting donations to a Republican cause, the Google email filter may warn you that this email might contain spam so that you don't click on it. Or it just might send the email directly to your spam filter. Democrat emails, not so much. Study a few years ago from the North Carolina State University found that these email providers would flag Republican emails as being suspicious 60% more times than Democrat emails. The Federal Election Commission is looking at this right now. Do you think any enforcement action is going to be taken? Yeah, neither do I. Neil Boortz, XTRA 106.3.
The next big storm isn't a matter of if, it's when. Is your home ready? Southern Exteriors offers free inspections and dependable storm damage repairs with in-house warranties and honest service. Right now, get 10% off any job or 12 months, 0% financing. Hey, it's Tug, and I've met the team at Southern Exteriors. They do things the right way. Call 877-9-SOUTHERN or visit southernexteriors.co. It's 877-9-SOUTHERN or southernexteriors.co.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's for Howard Brothers and Exmark. The sun's blazing, the grass keeps growing, and Exmark's ready to handle it all. August lawns don't take a break, but with an Exmark zero-turn mower, you'll power through the heat and be back in the shade in no time. Built tough and engineered for precision, Exmark delivers a faster, cleaner cut every time. So don't just mow. Mow like a pro this cutting season with Exmark. Visit Howard Brothers today, and don't wait. Their expert team is ready to help you find the perfect mower. The grass is always greener when you take care of it with Exmark and Howard Brothers.
Hey, it's Flounder here, and this month at Solomon Brothers Jewelers, we're celebrating love with a full month dedicated to the trend-setting, award-winning designs of Gnome Carver and Crown Ring, two of the most iconic names in bridal jewelry. Whether you're shopping for an engagement ring or wedding bands, we've got the largest selection in Atlanta. Special offers all month long, and every piece is backed by our low price guarantee. Even on Gnome Carter's latest Luna collection featuring a patented pillow comfort interior. And here's something you don't want to miss. Wedding Band Weekend is happening August 15th through 17th for 3 days only. Buy one wedding band, get one half off on all wedding bands in the store. It's the perfect time to find your forever rings. Come see us on Peachtree Road in Buckhead, on Old Milton Parkway in Alpharetta, or on Fisher Crossings Drive, Sharpsburg. And you can always shop online at SolomonBrothers.com and click Book Appointment for your private consultation with one of our expert jewelers.
Conventional wisdom always had the retirement age at 65, but times have changed and people are different. It's retirement on your terms now. So, Coach Pete, when should we retire?
I think you retire when you want to retire if you have a good plan. If you retire to nothing, you're going to dwindle up and be nothing. So we need to always have goals and we need to have aspirations. And even if we are retired, have something you like to do, a good hobby, or keep a little stock account so you can research stocks and keep that mind going. Because as long as you can keep the machinery going up there on that end ahead, you're going to be fine. And so we don't need to slow down because it's hard to get it started. You ever try to start a lawnmower after the season it's been sitting in the shed?
Oh, yeah.
It takes a while to get it started sometimes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If it even starts at all.
Usually not.
And so we don't need our mind being like that either.
A comprehensive review, no cost, no obligation with Coach Pete's local trusted advisor, Craig Chandler of Chandler Wealth Management. 800-419-6164. 800-419-6164. 800-419-6164.
Good morning, Mike. What you eating?
You gotta try this.
I can hear you crunching from the next cube over.
This is amazing. I just discovered it this weekend at Lidl. It's Greek Goddess Gourmet Granola. They were sampling it, so I tried it. Then I bought 6 bags.
Wow. Is it cereal?
Can be. Or an amazing trail mix. It's great for a meal or a snack.
What's in it?
Well, they have 2 flavors, maple oat and harvest nut, which is my favorite. It's made with whole grain oats, almonds, pecans, raisins, coconut, and the sweet taste of pure maple syrup. Maple oat is a simpler take on their delicious granola. It's got wholesome oats, plump raisins, coconut, and maple syrup.
That sounds healthy and delicious.
That's why I can't stop crunching, Susan.
Greek Goddess Gourmet Granola. It's a breakfast or on-the-go snack you can feel good about. It's dairy-free and gluten-free, and with only 2 grams of added sugar per serving, even your belly will love it. Pick some up at Lidl, Amazon, GreekGoddessGourmet.com, or at specialty stores near you.
Love me my ABBA. Ba-dum-da-dum-dum-dum. Yes, I do. These stupid headphones. There we go. ABBA, 1976. See that girl. ABBA released Dancing Queen as the lead single from their 4th album on this day, 1976. Arrival was the album. Dancing Queen had the working title of Boogaloo. It went on to top. That would be a silly original title. Boogaloo went on to top the charts in more than a dozen countries, including America, where it became, I still don't believe this was the only #1 single by ABBA in America. Dancing Queen. I mean, that's just astounding to me. Anyway, whatever. I like them all. Or darn near. Let's see. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. How's it going? Happy Letter Rip Friday. I'll give you our new number temporarily here to get if you want to call the studio. Our birthday list includes Jimmy Webb. Boy, could that guy write a song. Jimmy Webb is 79 years old. He was a singer too, but he's known for his song stylings and so forth. For example, Wichita Lineman, Galveston, By the Time I Get to Phoenix, Didn't We, which is another, if I recall, that song is a really horrendous love song. MacArthur Park, which was weird. And Where's the Playground Susie that Glenn Campbell recorded. That's another heartbreaker. I'll tell you, this guy, somebody must have broken his freaking heart. Jimmy Webb, 79 years old today. And on this day in history, there was a group called Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, SETI, S-E-T-I. And on this day in 1977, SETI detected a 72-second radio signal that so closely matched the type of signal they expected from intelligent life that one of the scientists in the report in the margin of the printout wrote, "Wow!" exclamation point. They detected the strong narrow-band signal of radio signal using Ohio State University's Big Ear Radio Telescope. 1977. The signal sequence lasted for a full 72 seconds that Big Ear was able to observe. It appeared to have originated from the Sagittarius constellation. Earthbound sources, asteroids, exoplanets, and stars were ruled out, leaving the source of the signal undetermined. For 40 years, this remained the strongest candidate for an alien radio transmission ever detected until they solved the mystery in 2017. The signal frequency was 1420 megahertz, the same as hydrogen. Scientists figured the signal might be from a passing comet's hydrogen cloud. It was determined 2 comets, unknown in 77, were in the part of the sky monitored by the Big Ear during that time. The theory was tested when the comets reappeared in late 2016. One of the comets generated a signal like the one in 1977, although not certain that it was the same comet that caused the 77 signal. It demonstrated that it was most likely caused by a comet. A radio signal measured on a megahertz scale. Boy, do we not know what's going on out there in space, in the soul. I mean, in the world, in the universe.
We don't know what's going on here.
Oh, I know. We don't know what's going on in the oceans, in our brains. Our brains?
In the microverse.
I know, the teeny parts of everything in cells and molecules and anyway. I got 458 Flounder. We got Flounder. Flounder's funny. How we doing?
Kids travel a lot for being non-professional athletes. I never even thought to sit my parents down at that young of an age and just be like, Mom, Dad, we got to hit the road. If you believe in me like you say you do, then you'll be excited to take the only 2 days off of work you get per week and travel to a different part of the country and watch me, your son, lose by more than you thought possible. You also might have to develop a drinking habit with the parents in the hotel lobby late at night as you criticize the coach for their decision making.
That Flounder.
That was Mr. Michael Pulaski.
Funny guy. Coming up at 5 o'clock. Holy crap at sports. We never did tweets. We got it all. I promise you, it's all coming up, though, right up till 6 o'clock. Look out. It's Peter Gunn, baby.
The Morning Extra, every weekday morning from 6 to 10 on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station, XTRA 106.3.
This is a Fox News alert. The Trump-Putin summit in Alaska. I'm Lisa Brady. On his way to Anchorage to meet with Russia's president on ending the war in Ukraine, President Trump telling Fox's Brett Baer he wants a ceasefire, while acknowledging that may not happen in the first meeting.
I won't be happy if I walk away without some form of a ceasefire. Now, I say this. and I've said it from the beginning, this is really setting the table today. We're going to have another meeting if things work out, which will be very soon. Or we're not going to have any more meetings at all, maybe ever.
President Trump hoping for a second meeting to include Ukraine's president. He's also not ruling out an economic component in negotiations months after signing a deal for U.S. access to Ukraine's rare earth minerals, many of which are in territory currently occupied by Russia. He has also warned of severe economic consequences for Russia if there's no progress.
The president believes economic pressure brought Putin to the table, telling reporters aboard Air Force One the Russians want a piece of the economy he's built.
Fox's Jared Halpern traveling with the president. President Trump also says territorial decisions are up to President Zelensky and that his goal is saving lives. The two leaders were not meeting one-on-one, at least not initially. Two other top officials on either side in the first meeting, including Secretary of State Rubio and Special Envoy Witkoff, and even more at a lunch meeting. A tug of war between states angling for an edge in next year's midterm elections. A day after California's Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom said he wants to send redrawn congressional maps to voters this November.
It's a joke. He's posturing for the presidency and doing nothing more than that. He's all talk and no action.
That's Texas Republican Governor Greg Abbott, who called a second special session today in an ongoing fight with Democrats in the Texas legislature who left the state to block a vote on redistricting aimed at helping Republicans. America is listening to Fox News.
You're great at protecting your own personal information. You probably even use things like two-factor authentication, strong passwords, VPN. But as much as you try to be in control of how your information is protected, there's lots of places that also have it. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every single second for identity threats. If your identity is stolen, a LifeLock specialist is going to help solve the identity theft issues, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code Beck at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Let's get it together, ladies. Left shoulder, right or blank. Ready on your dog. Target. Road guards out. Look out. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer with Pete Davis and Flounder. And it's Let It Rip Friday. Anything goes. Again, we have a temporary phone number. For some reason, our digital phone thing into the studio. And I think it's the only number around here is messed up. So here's a temporary number. Area 470-552-0020. 470-552-0020 if you'd like to join us. And right up till 6 o'clock. And just a lot of things going on. A couple quick things. Here's an update. Also, if you hear me going like that, I've chipped my tooth for some reason. I just today got a big chunk of my tooth gone. So I'm going to Dr. Dina, Atlanta Smiles, my official dentist. Just a sweet lady. So I'm going in next week. Let's see. Oh, can I say one thing? Oh, two things. Remember a few weeks ago, a weird thing happened when I walked into the men's room, our men's room here, and Mr. Dickey was at one of the urinals.
That's always awkward.
Yes. And so I walk in, and as I walk in, I realize, oh, that's Mr. Dickey. And so I go to the urinal, because there's only 2 of them. So I go to the one next to him, and I think, if I remember, I said, I stood standing there, and I think I said something like, I'm not sure what the etiquette is here. And we both started kind of laughing, because I don't know what the etiquette, I don't talk in a men's room. I just mentioned the other day that I don't want to be in there with anybody else anyway. And if I, we got a little grunt to acknowledge that somebody's presence. Well, sure as shooting, I'm in the men's room this afternoon right before the show at one of the urinals, and somebody comes in goes behind me to the urinal next to me. But again, I couldn't see who it was because there's no mirror there in front of me where the urinal is. So whoever it was walked around me to the urinal next to me, and when I turned to my left so I didn't see the person next to me, and as I went to the sink to wash my hands and could see the mirror, I think it was Mr. Dickey. But I wasn't, so I thought, oh my God, here we go again. and
You're on the same schedule.
and I thought to myself, okay, now what do I do? I mean, so I've ignored him for the whole, so I just left. I washed my hands and I just left. And sure enough, it was Mr. Dickey. Because when I came back to the studio and was sitting here in the studio, and then he walked in the door a couple of minutes later it was him because I recognized the shirt in the back of his head. But again, I thought, oh, here we go again. I'm going to have to bell him, put a bell on him or something. I thought, what
decorum and etiquette basically says a gentle nod.
Yes, maybe that's it. There's no discussion. And I remember, like, when I passed the ladies' room, I could hear them all giggling in there and telling stories. No, I don't think so. A quick thank you, and ladies and gentlemen, I think this is a thing to point out about niceness in traffic, because I've had a lot of really bad traffic macho things going on lately, and I want to pass this along. When I come to work, again, I take all back roads, and as often as possible, I try to avoid places that have merge lanes. And I can't. There are 2 or 3 that I do every night, coming and going. But there's one that when I'm going through, I get to a stoplight to go onto Atlanta Street in that little town area. I don't know whether it's, I think it's part of Roswell or Lower Alpharetta. Before I turn on Land Avenue, there's a stoplight there, but it's a road that leads to another merge lane where people try to cut you off every time. So I've stopped doing it. I take a longer route that goes to a stop sign, and I have to take a left at this stop sign. Okay, at the stop sign, it's a fairly major street for little town of Roswell or Alpharetta area. And as I was waiting to take a left-hand turn, a car was coming from my right. Now, how many times have we all been at a stop sign, waiting to take a left-hand turn? There's a car coming from the right, and of course there's no signal on, so we have to wait. And then how many times does the son of a gun get there and take a left turn without using a signal and come in front of you? I mean, and it's just so aggravating, because if he'd used a signal, you've been able to turn in front of him, but without, everybody would have been fine. So I'm waiting at the light, and about 100 yards down to the right is this car coming, and he sees me pull up, and son of a gun, he deliberately turns on his signal way in advance so that I would be able to pull out. And I waved to him. I made a big, double big time wave to say thank you. And I just wanted to pass that along. And again, as often as I can, if someone's not being aggressive and trying to cut me off and be nasty, if someone's trying to, do a thing, I always let them in. I mean, if you're polite and you have a signal or doing whatever, always. I mean, absolutely. And I just wanted to pass that along. It was a nice experience on the road today. And so, we'll try to all be, a little more, patient and happy. Okay, Flounder, let's do this. 508. I got the biggest kick out of this. If you missed the early part of the show, I'm going to do it again anyway. I don't even know where this came from. Somebody, and I apologize for one of my Facebook friends, sent this to me in a Facebook message. And then through all these other things, I erased the actual original message. But I sent it to Pete and Flounder, and it's a video of a satire joking new song takeoff on Sydney Sweeney and her jeans commercial, and how the left in this country has gone woke nuts on it. Some of the video, I'm assuming it's done by AI. It's remarkable video. The video shows Sydney Sweeney in her jeans and modeling on a couch and walking around on a runway. It shows her in a field. That shows her as 3 triplets of Sydney Sweeneys walking in various places. It shows her on a Harley Davidson, shows her in a Shelby, a car, Mustang. It shows her, one of the last parts of it, one of the greatest parts, is showing her galloping on a white steed with the American flag flying on her hip. And it's hysterical. And some of the words are, Sydney hit the screen in denim, clear and bright. The woke crowd cried all night, things like that. So those are some of the words in the dialogue. The video is astounding. It's really, really well put together. And we're going to play. And again, I don't know who did it. I don't know where it came from. But this is a really funny, interesting, and you ought to see the video. It's worth watching the video. And I just love the fact that now people are standing up to saying there's nothing wrong with being pretty and doing a freaking commercial. Here now is somebody, probably an AI somebody, singing about Sydney Sweeney in her jeans. Flounder, if you would, sir. And I love this song. I could put this on my music stick.
Sydney hit the screen in denim, blonde and smiling, clean and bright.
American
And the
Eagle.
whole crowd cried all night. Said this looks too perfect, dangerous, too symmetrical, too white. While the market just kept climbing, 'cause those jeans were fitting right. Sydney Sweeney has great jeans. Guess that's now a coded sign. We used to call it modeling. Now it's somehow realigned.
I used to call it modeling.
Back when Cindy drank a soda
Cindy Crawford.
in a desert for some brand, nobody fainted at the billboard. Nobody tweeted, take a stand. But now they say it's deeply loaded, Eurocentric fashion threat. They say jeans should come with warnings. Haven't canceled denim yet. Sydney Sweeney has great jeans.
I love it.
And the liberals lost their minds. Kamala wore them, no big deal. But Sydney crossed the line.
Anyway, that's 5 It goes on and on and on. I love this song. I love that chorus. Sydney's, I love that chorus. And again, the point to me was, I don't care who sang it. I don't care where it came from. I don't care if it's all folk and phony and done by AI. I love it. And in fact, if there's some way for me to put this on my magic music stick, Flounder, next week, I'm going to bring it in and see if we can do it. I love the beat. I love the harmony, the song, the chord. I mean, it's it's very, very clever. You know, it used to be called modeling, and now it has to be redefined. When Cindy drank that soda, nobody fainted at the billboard. I mean, you know, she's too symmetrical, too white. Anyway, what just a great bit. I don't know who did it and where it came from, and I just got the biggest kick out of it. I hope you did too. All right, almost 5:13. Kim, Pete, and Flounder. We never did tweets. We're coming up tweets, but first we got Holy Crap at Sports and see what the heck's going on with the baseball world. How the Braves are doing, and they have one more. Don't they have one more tonight, or are they done? One more tonight, I think.
They're in Cleveland.
A 3-game series in Cleveland. That's right. Or is it 4? 3 games, I think, this weekend. Anyway, coming up next, 5:13. It's all going to be fine. Look out.
Miss any of the show? No sweat. Grab your XTRA 106.3 app and listen to show replays whenever you want. Download the XTRA app now for Apple and Android by searching for XTRA 106.3.
Hey, this is John Flading. I'm the president and owner of ATL Turf Co. We are a family-owned, operated, independent local company. We have over 15 years of artificial grass design, installation, and sales experience. From premium artificial lawns and backyards, custom putting greens, sports fields, hardscape, drainage. We do both residential and commercial. If you can dream it, we can build it. Just go to atlturfco.com to schedule an appointment.
This is Bruce Hagen. The law in Georgia has changed, and if you have been injured in a car crash, it's going to be harder than ever to get insurance companies to treat you fairly. What you need is a real lawyer on your side, not some phony TV or billboard lawyer who doesn't even know how to get to the courthouse. I've been a Georgia super lawyer for 20 straight years, and we try cases and we win. We get results for our clients. Call me, get in touch, hagen-law.com. We are real lawyers who will win your personal injury case.
Neil Boortz here. Maybe you've already taken the steps to improve your health, maybe save your life. You're using a CPAP for your sleep apnea. I've been using one for well over 20 years. So right now, I'm here to tell you about a source for CPAPs and CPAP supplies here in the Atlanta area. CPAPs, etc. They're in Alpharetta. They have whatever you need. Roddy and Sharon are your CPAP experts, and they'll ship nationwide. More information, cpapsetc.com.
Hey there, I'm Tara, owner and publisher of Our Town Monthly, Cobb's premier lifestyle magazine for over 20 years. We bring the best of our community directly to your mailbox, like the one-stop open-air shopping destination, the Avenue West Cobb.
I'm Danny, marketing manager at the Avenue West Cobb. We provide the community a safe, walkable area with a unique mix of national retailers, local boutiques, and delicious dining options. And in addition to the incredible shopping, it's a community hub with events all year long. Mark your calendar for our most beloved events: trick-or-treating with our tenants, Santa's workshop, and our annual Christmas concert completed by our magical Christmas tree lighting. Follow us on social media at the Ave West Cobb for family-friendly events all year long.
Thanks, Danny. My family and I love the Avenues. And friends, you will too. And remember, our town is your town at Our Town Monthly.
We have all been in bad relationships at some time or another in our life. They drain us, they weigh us down, and they wear on us. So we just resolve that things won't change, and then we decide to live with it and make the best of a bad situation. That's also what my pain felt like. I tried everything, and I guess I just stopped expecting better. I just resolved to myself that maybe this is just my life. With Relief Factor, you don't have to stay in that relationship with pain. You can break up with pain, like Anthony did. He wrote to me and told me, I was dealing with debilitating pain and fatigue. I've been taking Relief Factor for about 2 months, and I am back to running my own business. I'm back to fishing and gardening and all the things that are truly important to me in my life. Relief Factor is the 100% drug-free solution that targets the inflammation causing your pain, back, neck, joints, wherever it hurts. Break up with your pain. Try Relief Factor, the 3-week quick start, $19.95. Visit relieffactor.com or call 800-4RELIEF.
Hey, it's Los. We're here with Tom Mitchell, the honest car guy. Tom, I'm looking for a reliable vehicle, something for the family, but also for my daughter who's going to be driving soon. Why should I call you?
The main thing is you get to see it's a full transparency sale. What I like to do is show you the whole gamut, show you everything that's out there and everything that's available. I can get any make, any year, any model.
Financing. If I need to use it, what can you offer?
We have some of the best banks available, and we got rates starting at 4.99 from a 23 model and above. It could be a 14 model. We still have banks that will do all the financing for you at good rates, and they're primary banks. If you have credit issues, we still have banks that can accommodate those issues as well.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME-1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
The first TV network news broadcast with an anchorman was CBS and Douglas Edwards on this day in 1948. Walter Cronkite took over the anchorman from 1962 to 81. And now sponsored by RBM of Atlanta. Holy crap, it's sports with Pete Davis.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ronald Acuna Jr. has been activated.
Aha.
He is off the injured
Thank
list.
you. Yes,
He will
sir.
play tonight on the shores of Lake Erie. Ronald will bat third and play right field. Drake Baldwin is not in the lineup for some reason.
Oh,
I
my.
don't know. Maybe they're saving him for the playoffs.
Well,
or something. I don't know.
Playoffs?
Last night, playoffs. Last night, the Braves took the rubber game in New York, nipping the Mets 4-3. It was Ozzie Albies' night. 3 RBIs with a home run, double, and single. His double in the top of the 8th drove home the winning run. Let me take you there.
1-0 pitch, and he swings, and it's one deep down the right field line towards the corner. That is off of the wall on the fly. Harris takes off. Mets just now hit the cutoff man. That's going to give the Braves the lead. It's a double by Ozzie.
Ben Ingram of sister station 680 The Fan. Michael Harris II, the other Atlanta RBI. Bryce Elder improves to 5-9, going 7 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs. Raisel Iglesias, his 17th save with a perfect ninth on just 7 pitches. Boy, were they lamenting that in the New York Post this morning.
Sure.
Dylan Lee did what he always does, strikes out Juan Soto in a key situation. More on Juan in just a second. Ryan Helsley, the whiner, who complained about the tomahawk chop a few years ago. He is the loser last night. Has been a disaster since coming over from the Cardinals for the Mets. And once again, Super Mets fan Frank the Tank has taken the loss like a gentleman, like the even-tempered sportsman he is, like the role model for all children everywhere.
Yeah, really, yeah.
Or
this team has no pride, no energy, no heart, no guts, no grit, no grind, no not anything. And then you keep playing that mother Pony Club. They don't want to win. Their slogan is refuse to win. Next year it's going to be 179 losses. And they love to lose. They love to lose. You see that ninth inning? Not 1 bit of fight. Not 1 bit of fight. Not 1 bit of fight. No energy. They're sitting in the dugout like this. Juan Soto doesn't give a I hate this motherfucker. I wish he stayed in the Bronx. They would have gotten someone better, someone with heart, someone with energy. This is the worst team I have ever seen. They just roll over and die. When they fall behind, they roll over and die. They don't even try. They roll over and die.
Did they roll over at all? Or?
As Frank just pointed out, one of the reasons the Mets are struggling is Juan Soto is not the Juan Soto they paid mega bucks for.
Yeah.
And one WFAN New York sports anchor has a theory about what the problem is.
Yeah.
Brandon Tierney says about Soto, does he look 26? When you're 26, you have a youthful glow.
Uh-oh.
I think there's a good chance he's not 26. I'll say it.
Oh, boy. Where's he from? Dominican Republic or someplace? They were famous for that stuff. Remember the Little League
Wouldn't be the
scandals?
first time.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
They fudge somebody's age. Would not be the first time. I always said he looks like Shrek. Look at him, face on. He looks like Shrek.
Oh, wow. So I bet you somebody's going to be digging into that. Somebody's got to know his childhood.
Please. The Mets have lost 13 of 15. Their lead over the Reds for the third and final National League wildcard spot is down to just a half game. Panic has set in.
Wow.
Braves in Cleveland tonight. The 2-0 Hurston Waldrep for us against the 3-2 left-hander Joey Cantillo for the former Indians. Atlanta now 5 games behind the third-place Marlins in the East. The Guardians in second place in the American League Central, 6.5 games behind the Tigers. Trill Willosa tweets, there are so many cities and teams that own Atlanta forever. I am so glad that Atlanta at least gets to own one organization forever, and I'm glad that team is the New York Mets. Despite this lackluster year, the Braves won the season series over the Metropolitans 7-3. It wasn't even
cool.
close.
I had no idea. That's cool.
Falcons host the Titans in their second preseason game tonight at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Better hurry home because it's a 7 o'clock start.
7
You
o'clock
want to catch
start?
it on the television.
Yeah.
Michael Penix Jr. will not play, though. You can watch the game on Fox 5 if you're a masochist.
Do the Titans have? Do they have a star? I forgot who they. Do they have some big time Charlie guys going
They
to play?
just drafted Cam Ward, the Miami quarterback. Now, whether he plays, I don't know.
But isn't that what? Don't they want their young guys to play though? Don't they?
I would think so. Well, see, being not the Atlanta Falcons, yes.
Well, anyway, we'll see. I'll be tuned in.
Buford High School opened their $62 million new stadium last night with a 20-13 win over Milton. ESPN2 televised the game.
Oh, holy smokes.
It looked beautiful. Barstool Sports highlighted Wolves linebacker Deion Miller nearly decapitating an Eagles player on one play.
Oh, wow.
I mean, they're both nationally ranked. They're in the top 25 in the SI rankings.
Here we go.
The NCAA has finally punished Michigan for its football cheating scandal, which led the Wolverines winning a rare national championship for them. Here are some of the punishments. 4 years double secret probation, $50,000 fine, plus 10% of the football program's budget, plus a fine equivalent to a loss of 2 postseason money games, a fine equaling 10% of their football scholarships, and 25% reduction in recruiting visits. Former Michigan head coach Jim Harbaugh gets a 10-year show cause order in case another college football team wants to hire the current NFL Chargers coach who is never going back to college anyway.
Wow.
Current Wolverines head coach Sharon Moore has already served a school-imposed 2-game suspension, so the NCAA added 1 more game, which he will start missing the start of the 2026 season next year. No nullification of any games that they won by cheating. No postseason ban this year or in the future. So to sum up, Michigan fined about $20 million. Name me one college football team that would not pay twice that much to win a national championship.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
You would think they'd keep them out of the postseason. I mean, I can see they cut down on recruiting, but
they're a blue blood.
Yeah.
They don't touch the blue bloods. You've noticed that.
Yeah.
They won't do that.
Yeah.
Should they have their national title nullified?
I don't know about that, really. That seems kind of extreme.
All right. Michigan ringleader Connor Stallions got an 8-year show cause order. One of the reasons why is because Stallions, according to the NCAA, hindered the enforcement staff's investigative efforts in numerous ways, including throwing his phone into a pond.
Oh, jeez.
Don't worry about Connor, though. He's been hired by Hillary Clinton.
Oh, yeah. By the way, did you hear the Babylon Viva said that was really embarrassing that Hillary Rodham Pace, Stinky Fart Cabbage, and Barack Hussein Puditat ironically hired the same hitman to kill each other. So it was kind of
it's like that Pink Panther movie where they're all trying to kill Clouseau and they just kill
they're killing each other back there.
Here's some great news, although I don't usually enjoy someone losing a job.
No.
Dan Wolken, the wokest woke wuss sports writer in a veritable sea of woke wuss sports writers, has been ejected from USA Today. Mick Paper has gotten rid of the man who tried to cancel the 2020 college football season because he, fell for that lie that was COVID. You could just picture Danny Boy hiding in his closet wearing a full-body hazmat suit, typing away on his typewriter, in between hosing it down with open bottles of Lysol. Dan Wolken, who applauded tranny freaks beating up women in real women's sports, what a shock he took the position of the tranny freaks. The same Dan Wolken that once wrote that Nick Saban's dynasty at Alabama was over. It was not. Good riddance to the big example of sorry suckitude sports writing from the woke era. Dan Wolken, bye-bye.
Yeah. Wow.
That's my opinion. We welcome yours. The website, Saturday Down South, asked Grok the AI to list the top 25 college football teams. And just like the other polls, Texas, number 1, then Penn State, Ohio State, Georgia's 4th, Clemson 5th, then Notre Dame, Alabama, LSU, Oregon, and Michigan rounds out the top 10. Miami 13, South Carolina 14, Florida 15, Texas A&M 18, Ole Miss 20th, Tennessee 22nd, Oklahoma 23rd, and Boise State at 25. Very similar
That's pretty
to the
close.
other polls.
Yeah, that's pretty much the same as the rest. Georgia was 5, I think, and the other one wasn't, and we're 4 in this one. But the rest of the teams are all about the same ranking. Well, that now again, this is preseason, so but isn't that funny? Because they're almost never right. Didn't you say before that the team ranked number 1 is never at the end of the year ever going to the
19 of the last 23 have not won the national title, something like that.
Yeah,
it's around that number,
but it's fun to
and a lot happens. People get hurt.
Yeah, God. But who knows? We haven't played yet. I mean, it's all new coming. I mean, who knows?
Arch Manning is not on the Manning quarterback list for this year. They don't expect him to be that good.
Oh, I can't believe
I think
that.
he'll be all right. He may not be the superstar, but he's going to be a pretty good player.
I think he's going to be. Yeah, we'll see. This will be fun. Yeah.
A lot of he's got his granddaddy's legs. Thank God.
Yeah.
Because Eli and Peyton did not get Archie's legs.
I got to find that picture of me with Archie Manning and Dan Pastorini again on the golf course, doing the jig dance. We're throwing our legs up and stuff.
The what dance?
The Texas jig. What do you call it? The Irish jig. The Irish jig dance.
From now on, I would put the word Irish in front of that. I would go with that. Anyway, otherwise, I like to see that dance. 3 white guys out there. Archie had good. He could move.
So we'll see. He could move.
Yeah. A lot of colleges are having trouble competing with the bigger schools when it comes to the NIL payments. Small Fish Middle Tennessee State has come up with a cunning plan to make more money. As part of a 3-year cost-cutting plan, the program saved $668,000 by eliminating uniforms and helmets. Actually, they eliminated several alternate unis and helmet variations. They were going nuts. Nike and Under Armour and Adidas, they're all doing their little different ones for almost every game. It was getting a little ridiculous. He says the school said, we just went with one color, and we did a game helmet with a practice helmet. So basically, one color uniform, 2 different helmets, one for a game, one for practice. Gee, what an idea. The Blue Raiders saved $500,000 by reducing the number of helmets. $84,000 each on the uniform variations.
Holy cow. $500,000?
And that's Middle Tennessee State. That's not Oregon
Notre
or these
Dame
big
or
schools who do it all the time.
Holy cow.
Of course, Phil Knight is paying for the Ducks to do it, but still.
Wow, that's unbelievable. Pete, 529. Well, one more quick thing here, Pete Davis. We got a little something here. On this day in 1999, 23-year-old Tiger Woods won the PGA Golf Championship. He became the youngest player to win 2 majors at the age of 23 since Seve Ballesteros in 1980. Tiger Woods in 1999, 23 years old. Caribbean Flounder, 530. Our number, again, we have a temporary new number for the studio because of some glitch with AT&T. Our number temporarily is area 470-552-0020. And it's Let It Rip Friday. Join us if you like it. Up till 6 o'clock. Look out, here we go. Tweets. We're doing tweets. We're going tweet. I got the sign. But now we got to do it.
When conflicts escalate around the world, don't let the mainstream media scare you into believing their narrative. Get it right with Atlanta's only conservative voice. And trust the Morning Extra, Glenn Beck, Clay and Buck, The Kimmer Show, and our entire lineup to give it to you straight. Don't buy the fear. Just keep it here. Extra 106.3 FM and the all-new Extra app.
Don't forget, take advantage of Atlanta Safe House deals on safes from Browning. Holy cow, they do this every once in a while, and this is a special deal all this month of August. Browning has rebates on safes at Atlanta Safe House. It might just knock your socks off, but then you'll be able to keep them in your new safe. In fact, I believe Browning was the first gun safe I ever had. Oh, speaking of gun safes at Atlanta Safe House, you don't have to pay any sales tax, and they're beautiful. I'm suggesting go to atlantasafehouse.com, check it out. In fact, I was just looking through some things the other day. You know, they have a thing called biometric electronic locks for your safe. How about wall safes? How about barrel racks for your guns? How about pistol safes, bow hangers, file organizers? And I'm telling you, they got everything you're looking for. And the Browning safes with the huge rebates all this month. And again, my daughter Jennifer learned the hard way. She finally found the title to her car, which is actually in my name, so I needed it to get her replacement. Anyway, keep your stuff like that in your safe. Like I lost my medical records down in Florida because I didn't have my Atlanta Safe House down there. Anyway, big sales and rebates on Browning safes and all the top brands. Always something special. AtlantaSafeHouse.com.
Advisory services offered through Master Plan Retirement Consultants, Inc., a registered investment advisory in the state of Georgia. Insurance, tax, and commodity services offered through Fricks & Associates, Inc., DBA Master Plan Retirement Consultants. The aforementioned are affiliated companies.
Retirement means different things to different people. Some folks want to travel the world. Some folks want to spend more time with grandkids. For me, I'm looking forward to spending more time with my guitar. Whether extravagant and robust or simple and cozy, every retirement needs a plan. You wouldn't take a trip without directions. You have to know where you are before you know where you're going. Master Plan Retirement Consultants have helped many like you plan for their own retirement. Not only does Master Plan help you create the roadmap, they join you on the journey. So whether you want to travel the world, become a pickleball champ, or just looking for a good porch, a sturdy rocking chair, and an acoustic guitar, remember to plan well because the destination is worth it. Visit masterplanretired.com to schedule your complimentary consultation today.
Calling all contractors. This is Devin Stovall of Stovall & Company, and we're here for you. We're a third-generation, family-owned and operated company for 75 years and just opened our 11th location in Canton on 9500 Union Hill Road. We're proud to provide your wholesale irrigation, nursery, and landscape supply needs. How do you envision your dream outdoor space for you or your customers? We're here to fulfill them all. We all take pride in special requests and shipping right to your job site. Here at Stovall, we have it all. Check us out at StovallINC.com.
Join Daniel Madelon, CEO of A Second Chance Bail Bonds, and co-host Tug Cowart as they bring together law enforcement, justice insiders, and voices from every part of the justice system, victims, advocates, and people who've turned their lives around. It's an honest talk about what's working, what's broken, and how to build a better path forward, one second chance at a time. This week's guests are former APD Chief Bryant and Natalie Ammons from the Fulton County Sheriff's Office. Justice Unfiltered. Unfiltered, informed, and unbiased.
No one plans on going to jail, but when it happens, it's important that you know who to call. Call A Second Chance Bail Bonds, where we believe everyone deserves a second chance. Whether your loved one's been arrested in Cherokee, Clayton, or any of the other metro Atlanta counties in between, A Second Chance Bail Bonds works fast to help expedite release within hours. A Second Chance. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. Call A Second Chance 24/7 at 404-BAIL-OUT or online at atlbail.com.
Modular and offsite construction is booming. If you're an architect, building engineer, supplier, developer, or contractor, you can't miss the Offsite Construction Summit, returning to the International Convention Center in Atlanta on August 19th. With the rising cost of traditional building, modular and offsite construction is changing the way companies build housing, retail, healthcare, restaurants, and more. So don't miss the Offsite Construction Summit on August 19th. This is your opportunity to create new business and learn from the industry's best. Register today at offsiteconstructionnetwork.com. That's offsiteconstructionnetwork.com. ConstructionNetwork.com.
It's almost time we get to send our kids off to college. Oh, boy. But college campuses aren't as safe as they used to be, and I'm not talking just in the classroom. This year, give them more than just a backpack and a laptop. Give them peace of mind. Give them a Byrna, Byrna. Byrna is a less lethal launcher. It is the ultimate off-campus protection without the legal, financial, or emotional burden of using a firearm. I carry one. My wife has one. My kids have them. I recommend anyone concerned about their personal safety of their family have a Byrna launcher. Byrna just introduced the compact launcher, the world's smallest, less lethal pistol, about the size of a smartphone, but it packs a serious punch. It fires powerful kinetic tear gas rounds and can stop an attacker cold for up to 40 minutes. And it's perfect for women, students, or anyone who wants to feel safer without carrying a gun. There's no background checks, legal in all 50 states, and it ships right to your door. Byrna is trusted by hundreds of law enforcement agencies and proudly hand-assembled in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Visit Byrna.com today. Find the right launcher for your family. That's Byrna.com.
Promises made, promises kept. The president is making the economy great again. He's securing the border for America's safety, and the mainstream media still wants to tear him down.
The media wants Donald Trump to fail. That's their goal. That's how they'll report his progress.
But we know the truth, and we give you the perspective that other stations won't. Atlanta's only conservative voice is Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
Here we go. 1969, Led Zeppelin. They were doing a North American tour with the Hemisphere Arena in San Antonio. Jethro Tull and Sweet Smoke were on the bill, and Zeppelin got creamed. Led Zeppelin got nothing but abuse from the fans because they had that long hair going, and these fans in 1969 didn't think much of Led Zeppelin's appearance, apparently, in San Antonio, Texas, and let them have it. But there you go. Jethro Tull and the rest of them. Kimmer Pete and Flounder, 537. Phone calls take priority. Couple of Rammer Bam Bam. Rick, the boiled peanut guy. Hey, Rick, how's it going, man? What's up?
Hey, Kimmer, the boiled peanut guy from Rome.
Yeah.
Remember?
Absolutely, right there. Yes, sir. But in fact, that was so much fun. Going to that minor league baseball game, and you showed up with those peanuts, and I'll tell you what, that was a fun night. That was really fun. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I went to, this is great. I went to Lake Hartwell wildlife safari. You rent one of their cars, and you feed they got 400 different bison, animals, deer,
really,
ostriches.
Wow,
it's like wild. It's like crazy.
Did you say Lake Hartwell? Hey, Lake Hartwell does that?
Yeah, it's right on off of Lake Hartwell.
I didn't know that.
It's like 30 minutes from Hartwell downtown, I think.
I'll be darned.
So
cool.
Just wanted to say that, and I got a thing for your music stick.
Okay.
Bobby Bear.
Yeah.
Bobby Bear.
Detroit City.
Snowflake in the Wind.
Snowflake in the Wind. Never heard it. I remember Bobby Bear, Detroit City.
You got to get Flounder to put that on your stick.
Yeah.
You're going to like that one.
In fact, you remember that I emceed a concert when I came back from the Marines, and it was Jeannie C. Riley, Tom T. Hall, and Bobby Bear. With that concert I went to. Yeah,
and I got a music trivia for Pete.
Okay, here we go.
Who wrote the original song Black Magic Woman?
Black Magic Woman. It wasn't Santana, was it?
Fleetwood Mac?
Yes, sir. You were right, Flounder.
Flounder.
Green. Oh, yes.
Look at you. Look at Flounder, our musical director, of course. We should have known that.
He got it.
Well, there you are. Well, listen.
And my wife has one of your Kimmer Babes T-shirts.
Well, then she's obviously a Kimmer Babe, no question about it. I mean, that was I had so much fun giving those out, and the ladies would wear them, and it was just a nice thing. That was really fun.
Yeah,
anyway,
some of them wear them very well.
Yeah, some of them. Yeah, Belinda filled out hers pretty good there. You're one of your mountain women up there. Hey, well, Rick, thanks, man. I really appreciate it. Best to your sweet lady too. And again, a nice boiled peanut peanut day in the ballpark as well. To the phone says Shay, one of our half of our brother team. Shay, hey Shay, how's it going, man? What's up?
Hey, pretty good, Kimmer. A couple quick things. So I don't think you should change the number back. Number one, you're getting so many callers on this new number.
I know.
Number two, Neil Boortz, whatever they messed up, Neil Boortz never sounded so good. He didn't get cut off once today. We didn't have any connection challenges at all. So I think they actually fixed something.
Maybe they did.
No, they fixed it. So you're just going to have to deal with the new number. And
it's okay by me.
Yeah. Next is a follow-up. I called you last Friday, told you that we lost my dad, and we laid him to rest on Wednesday, and my brother and I brought home the flag and the casings to the rifles that were fired and things like that. But
nice.
failed to
That's
mention
nice.
that he never listened to you, but he felt like he did because Sean and I told him, repeated everything that you ever said basically to him in conversation when we were with him. So, but I think I failed because I think he was due to at least have his name said. His name was Dallas Miller.
Well.
And so Dallas Miller was laid to rest in Princeton, West Virginia, a couple days ago.
Well, God
and
bless him.
we buried him up there. So. So anyway, that's just wanting to correct my oversight on not mentioning his name last Friday, and also let you know that the number is working good and you should keep it.
Outstanding. Thanks, Shay. At best, your brother, and again, our condolences and best wishes, and God bless America. It's the hardest thing there is to do, and since we all have to go through it, and it's our turn one day, it's always tough, and hopefully it gets better.
Like Dave Ramsey says, humans have a 100% mortality rate. It's going to happen
yes,
to all.
They do. Well, I plan, like they say, I plan to live forever. So far, so good. Anyway.
Yep.
Thanks, Shay.
I appreciate it, sir.
Thanks, man.
Have a good one.
Anytime. Thank you. Very, very kind.
Speak for yourself about joining. Plans to
Well, you'll get to the part where you're thinking about that all the time. I promise you.
Guess what? Bobby Bear is still alive.
He's got to be getting up there pretty good. He was probably
90.
Whoa, yeah, I believe that. No kidding. God, that was so weird. That concert in Phoenix, Arizona, with Jeannie C. Riley, Tom T. Hall, and Bobby Bear. Holy smokes. Anyway, our birthday list includes Ben Affleck. I'll tell you, I really like this guy's acting. He was, of course, Batman, a DC extended type thing, but also he's known for the movies Good Will Hunting, Argo, Daredevil, Paycheck, Sum of All Fears. But the two that I still have on my DVR and I watch occasionally are The Accountant and The Town. And now there's a new Accountant, but I haven't seen it yet. I think it may be available on HBO or Showtime, but I haven't for some
Amazon.
reason. Oh, is it Amazon yet? Well, at some point it'll come around where I can get it. But now, have you seen it? Didn't you say you saw it, or you haven't seen it? The new Accountant?
No, it's on the list. I haven't seen it yet.
Have you seen the original one, The Accounnt?
Yes.
Okay,
yeah,
great movie. Yeah, I hope this one's like that because that was really well done. And also The Town. That was a great movie. Hard, tough movie. It was a great movie. Anyway, Ben Affleck is 53. And terrific actor. And a quick thing, we got tweets in here a second. A quick day in history. Yes, 1968. 1968, on this very day, heavy fighting intensifying around the DMZ, the Dead Marine Zone, officially called the Demilitarized Zone. The American troops, the good guys, taking upon a North Vietnamese battalion. The battle lasting 7.5 hours. Marines killed 165 enemy troops and then went to 3 positions just south of the Dead Marine Zone and killed another 56 North Vietnamese enemy combatants just for the hell of it. That was 1968. Thank you. On the same day, 1973, bombing by American planes ends in Cambodia. I had forgotten that it was this much of an operation. The campaign was known as Operation Freedom Deal. The bombing in Cambodia began on May 19th, 1970, and lasted more than 3 years. In 1973 alone, the aircraft dropped 250,000 tons of bombs. More than 180,000 tons dropped on Japan the entire World War II. And they dropped way more than that in 1 year on Cambodia. And, of course, we weren't supposed to know anything about Cambodia because officially they weren't at war with us. So, yeah, I deny any knowledge of being in Cambodia at any time in any way. Let's see, 544. What's that? Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Hey, Flounder, guess what? We got memes. We got one-liners. We got some stuff going on here. We got me doing up and down like with this thing. And we got Grover and Cookie Monster and Slinky. And we got Wiffle Ball. We got Peach Tweets.
All right, remember, men, if she can push a baby stroller, she can push a lawnmower. So go ahead and book that Saturday morning tea time.
Good luck to you.
All right, Kimmer, Flounder.
Yeah.
If I have ever said anything that offended you, please.
Yeah.
Which show?
Work on yourselves so I don't have to do it again.
Do it again. Thank you. Thank you.
Strange fact of the day. Kathleen Carano was at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in New York City when a float knocked down a lamppost onto her head, put her in a month-long coma back in 1997.
Wow.
When she awoke, she took her settlement money and bought a nice apartment. 9 years later, Yankees pitcher Corey Lytle, flying his small plane around Manhattan, crashed into her high-rise. His engine landed in Kathleen's bedroom. Lytle, along with his instructor, were killed. Kathleen survived.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't know why that caused you to chuckle there, but that was...
it's just...
talk about it dying in a plane crash, you start laughing. Wow.
Mercy.
Clumsy posts that she's calling her husband to ask his opinion on something. I've already decided, but I want him to be involved in the decision in case something goes wrong.
Yeah,
and there's a new Kit Kat flavor.
Oh, really?
In Japan, they have 1,000 different flavors, but this new one is called Sour German Crunch. What do you think Sour German Crunch tastes like?
Not sauerkraut, I hope.
It's a combined flavor of wafer, chocolate, and sauerkraut.
Oh, God. Now, see... I don't even thought of sauerkraut, honestly. I just
hate sauerkraut.
There's no use for sauerkraut for anything in any way by anybody.
It's the only thing that can make hot dogs taste bad.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
Well, we got one more. Have you heard what Virginia Beach, this is not a meme, it's a true thing. Virginia Beach has passed a resolution to stop all the vulgar clothing displays along the boardwalk areas of the Virginia Beach, tourist area and so forth. You'll love this one, Pete. They have, in one of the store windows, there's an example, they have some mannequins that are only half mannequins. They're from the waist down. And so they put the mannequins from the waist down in the store window with their backside toward the street. And on one of the mannequins is a very short pair of shorts, and it says, "It ain't gonna spank itself." Anyway, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 547.
Memory, like the corners of it. The spanking sign
guys,
we had, Wayne and I had at the music festival.
Again, guys, if you're goofing around with your little sweet lady, your wife or something, and you're kind of tickling her, and she's on her tummy, you give her a little spanking there to see if she goes, ooh.
You wouldn't believe the amount of women that lined up.
I guarantee you'd be surprised. All right, 547. Not that Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Now, personally,
Neil Boortz is only live on XTRA 106.3, bringing you daily commentary on the biggest topics of the day. Catch him throughout the day or hear his latest on the XTRA 106.3 app.
A born leader never rests. The GLE SUV continues to advance its legacy with intuitive technology, rich refinement, and all-hybrid power, including a plug-in model. From safety to style, leadership is a GLE family value. Get an exceptional offer on the 2025 Mercedes-Benz GLE 350 SUV. Just $829 per month for 36 months with $62.83 due at signing, exclusively from RBM of Atlanta in Sandy Springs. Contact RBM of Atlanta for details and see how to qualify. We'd love to welcome you to the RBM of Atlanta family. Special lease rate available only to qualified customers exclusively from Mercedes-Benz Financial Service through RBM of Atlanta, Sandy Springs through September 2nd, 2025. Excludes tax, tag, title, and Georgia Lemon Law fees. Contact RBM of Atlanta for details on this and other exciting offers. Visit us at rbmofatlanta.com or call us at 770-390-0700 for details.
I'm Michelle Stovall, and our company has been family owned and operated for 75 years. Check us out at StovallINC.com, or better yet, stop by our newly opened 11th store at 9500 Union Hill Road in Canton. At Stovall, we supply you with all your landscaping project needs, completely hassle-free down to delivery. Been dreaming of an outdoor kitchen, fireplace, or other custom paver project? We partner with Keystone Hardscapes for all your beautiful high-end concrete needs. We look forward to making your landscape dreams come true. Stovall has it all.
Hey, Georgia neighbors, it's time to expect more from your Medicare Advantage. Discover Sonder Health's custom plans tailored just for Georgians. Saunders offers unique benefits, including special plans for those living with chronic conditions. Some plans even come with grocery or gas benefits to support your overall well-being. Sonder Health makes it easy to get the coverage you need. See for yourself what today's Medicare Advantage can do for you. Visit SonderHealthPlans.com, a healthier state of life. Sonder Health Plans is an HMO and PPO with Medicare contracts. Enrollment in Sonder Health Plans depends on contract renewal.
Hey, it's a Kimmer. Okay, you're driving along. Suddenly you hear that horrible sound of metal and crunching. It's an accident. Even if it's a little minor fender bender, man, that could be a nightmare. First, obviously, take care of yourself. But before you make a deal with an insurance company or anybody else, call David Van Sant with Van Sant Law. You know why? Because he used to work for the insurance company, so he knows how to get the right settlement and right away. Van Sant Law. Don't forget, if you don't get paid, they don't get paid. Protecting your interests. Insurance is great, but it's complicated. 855-GA-INJURY or VanSantLaw.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
While retinitis pigmentosa takes Mark's vision, his family gives him hope, whether at the family business or at home with his wife and sons. He knows he's not fighting alone. For 50 years, the Foundation Fighting Blindness has funded research into treatments and cures for blinding retinal diseases, providing hope to people with vision loss. And for Mark, winning the fight means being there for his family. The Foundation Fighting Blindness. Together, we're winning. Help us end blinding diseases at fightingblindness.org.
All right, here we go. 1969, the Woodstock Festival held on Max Yeager's 600-acre farm outside of Bethel, outside of Woodstock, New York. They expected a crowd of 50 to 70,000. They got 400,000. Jimi Hendrix, Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, Santana, The Who, Creedence Clearwater Revival, Grateful Dead, Janis Joplin, The Band, Canned Heat, Joan Baez. I mean, there's a million. Sly and the Family Stone, Jefferson Airplane, Country Joe and the Fish, Blood, Sweat, Tears, Arlo Guthrie, Joe Cocker. During the 3 days, 3 people died. There were 2 babies born and 4 miscarriages, among other things. And they tried to do another Woodstock years later, as you know, and it was a ridiculous failure.
Whatever you do, don't eat the brown acid.
Yeah.
No brown acid.
No, that would be bad. Our birthday list includes a couple guys. Deborah Messing, Will and Grace girl, is 57. Tess Harper is 75. She was in Tender Mercies, Crimes of the Heart, Breaking Bad. Larry Matthews played the little kid, what's his name on the Dick Van Dyke Show? Oh, God. Larry Matthews. Oh, who was their son? Richie. Worst child actor ever, but I'm sure a nice kid. And Melinda Gates is 61 years old today. And this was the day the president's slime bag, the Kabul falls to the Taliban after the American withdraw our troops, and they had the suicide. I can't even talk about it. Freaking Biden. He made a political decision to try to make himself look good before the September 11th celebration by doing it in August, and he didn't have to, and it was a disaster. Remember the video of people falling off the planes? I mean, what was the hurry? Well, nothing made any sense. It was ridiculous and horrible, and those... Well, anyway, the 13 Marines and a sailor and a soldier blown up suicide bomb when a Marine sniper had the guy in his sights and they never got permission to fire. I mean, the whole thing was the worst military operation this country has ever done. I believe that to be the case. Of that what they did for that situation, I think may be the worst military operation in our history. Obviously, there's some I don't know, secrets, I think, true. But anyway, it was horrible. Okay. I hate this story. As you know, I'm not really a good social media guy. I don't have anything to do with TikTok. I go on X maybe once a day to see what's going on. But this is why, and this is why I think our country's really doing something bad, that people can really be screwed for something stupid. There's a prominent San Francisco chef. His name is Sung, S-U-N-G, and he has a called the Kiss Cafe in Hayes Valley, San Francisco area. He's very well known. He's got followers. He's a part owner. I mean, he's a monster guy. And a so-called micro-influencer named Carla wanted to be part of his collaboration video to talk about his career in the restaurant, stuff like that. She's a micro-influencer, wanted to come to his restaurant. So he said, sure. So she showed up. Then she claimed she was belittled, and she's tried to ruin him. Here's what happened. The girl came in at 5 o'clock on a Tuesday. A dining room was empty. He said, my partner didn't tell me she was coming in until she got there, didn't know anything about her. She walked into the restaurant, and I thought she would say, hey, Mr. Sung, I read about you. I'm so happy to be doing this with you. Instead, she showed up and sat down and didn't even say hi. He said, my expectation for professionalism failed me again and again. It brings disappointment. So he picked up his phone, and he started scrolling through her social media, which later she described as observing in her account of the incident. He said, I wanted to see what she did, so I started looking at her on TikTok. Right away, I saw creamy spaghetti in a pan with overcooked New York steak on top of that. That night, I was running a special with this beautiful co-host, Salmon. I didn't want to be misrepresented by someone who doesn't understand the difference between Atlantic salmon and king salmon. Then the chef says he told her to do some research after she admitted to him she had never heard of the restaurant. All she was told that it was a wine bar. So then she left out of the place because he said, well, you should have done more research. So she left. And before she left, she said, the restaurant world is really small. There will be consequences. And then began the hate campaign. Overnight, there were 100. He does 100 covers a night, makes a fortune a night, bombarded by thousands of one-star reviews. He left as a chef and a co-owner. They fired him. He's no longer part of the team because of all the horrible stuff that's happened on social media. He said he had to step back working at the sushi spot. A separate TikToker sent people hate comments from Copenhagen, England, and Malaysia. His daughter and his mother and his family are traumatized. His daughter stayed up all night watching 20,000 hate comments. My son's a musician. He's gotten hate comments. They're all traumatized. We're going to have to go to therapy. Everything's broken. And I've lost my job and my part ownership because of a viral moment by some skanky little snot who didn't do her homework and ruined this guy on social media as a TikTok influencer. That's the future. TikTok influencer.
Say her name, and
that's right.
About fair play.
Clicks, baby. God, I don't know what I'm telling you. I'm out of my head on this. I'm so out of it. And I just hate what's coming with the future. I really, really do. I think we're making an AI. What's going to happen when AI just starts doing this? I don't know. Oh, man. I wish I got another 200 years, man. Wouldn't you love to be able to go into a coma and then come back in 100 years and see what happens? No. Oh, man. All right, no. One more Flowers Funny. We're running out of time. What do you got?
Football, they keep trying to fix, and they're like, they keep dying. How do we get them to stop dying? And I'm like, it's the game. Do you watch the game? And they're like, what if they're not as far apart on kickoffs? And there's less room for them to run at them at full blast speed. And they're like, they're still dying. Just later. What if we give them bigger helmets with bubble wrap on the top? Maybe they're just gonna die later. It's the game. It's the game. It's like you can't make it not dangerous. I remember, I wonder if that was the conversation 100 years ago or 200 years ago when America's sport was just dueling. And they're like, man, a lot of people are getting shot. What if we make them take 10 steps first? And then they got to shoot as soon as they turn around. They'd probably miss, right? They'd probably miss. And then the sport got boring and no one duels anymore. That's what's happening with football. So dumb. I'm glad you guys like that. I got a couple people clapped at that. He's like, you know what? He didn't have me till he brought up that dueling comparison. And I was like, oh my God, can we vote for him? Is he on the ballot?
Who's that, Flounder?
Mr. Zoltan Kazaz.
Outstanding. Well, boys, have a great weekend. Hi to Mrs. Flounder, Miss Veronica, and Pete, to the mountain women up there and all the special places that are going on with your rodeo and everything else. In the meantime, I got to go. You're killing me. Sing me home, Christine. That's right, baby. On the way, be careful. Hoorah, Herb and Herb. Stand by.